that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Niger what yo? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what media? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what you? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what media? Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. Voice for the voiceless. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Niger watch you. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing, and we recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the number one. Niger what you.
You are from the southeast, and there are those who argue that, debatably, whether the southeast has been treated fairly or not since the end of the Civil War. What's your take on all of these arguments?
Well, you know, I'm one person who don't like to talk about the past. I've had people who say, oh, it's from the southeast, it's from this. First, let me tell you, these are the things we must stop. Issue of tribe, issue of religion, because no tribe buys bread cheaper. No tribe buys, no religion buys bread cheaper. Everybody is suffering. We're all going through the same thing. And I said, people who bring in tribe are people who are not qualified. So when you ask them about their qualification, their competence, they introduce tribe as a means of getting to where they should not be. When you ask them about their qualification or competence, they bring in religion.
And saying that we totally condemn this, and this is never the way forward. Coups are not the way forward. I totally condemn it. We'd like to see what the investigation brings, and we'd like to see when their trial starts. We'll just encourage that it should be done in full accordance with the rule of law. Very sad one. As regards Adelabu, I saw Adelabu's exit notes and I was shocked. He talked about some of his successes and he talked about the tariff system and Band A. At first, we must remind Adelabu that that Band A system was not their idea. The idea had been on since 2020. They just implemented it and they have done it woefully. and he has failed as regards that. Because the argument they made prior to this time was that the Band A thing was going to give power and leverage to the people in Band A so they can in turn use the funding to be able to service other bands that are still highly subsidized. As that modeling worked, it has not worked. Because giving the people in Band A power is problematic in the first place. You pay exorbitant amount, but you don't even get the power to use. And that's the dilemma. So let us remind Adelabu that the so-called Band A he touted failed. Secondly, he was talking about a coordinating Ministry of Energy. You just want to bloat bureaucracy. Is it the same ministry, or Adelabu, that has not been able to solve the problems? You now need a coordinating Ministry of Energy to do what? What do you need it for? I mean, it's not rocket science. What are mostly our sources of energy? Number one, we use a lot of hydro. We used to have a coal plant back in the days in Oji River, but it's not functional anyway. Then we use gas. These are the two sources. What challenges do we have? Payment for gas when the water is down in Kanji and Shiroro. Most of our station, hybrid of both. Maybe in some parts of the north, some people are experimenting with solar, rural electrification experimenting with solar. What's the problem? The problem is, after the privatization, the same President TINUBU blaming the privatization process, he forgets that the transmission company still is in the hands of the federal government. And one of the parts that drops the ball in the transmission is, one of the parts that drops the ball in the energy chain is the transmission company. Because we have 13,000 installed capacity. That's the capacity in most of the power stations we've been able to churn out. But when you cannot load that 13,000 on the grid because the grid cannot take it, then the second layer to the problem that they forget is also caused by the government, because they have this electricity structure thing called embeds, where they purchase power in bulk and pay for it, and it's now being distributed. But guess what? Do they pay those companies as at when do? No. That's why the Gencos are complaining now. And the other part of that letter that I saw that I'm taking aback with, the money is over 6 trillion. Yes, some of the Gencos signed off to that reconstructed 4 trillion thing, but all of them are saying that, some of them are still saying that the money is about over 6 trillion. So these 4 trillion agreed upon, we do not know. In fact, they are also raising concerns. I have a full-on document here on the bond system, the companies that are going to harness that bond system. The Gencos did a legal report on the companies that are going to harness the bond system, and they are saying those companies should be asked questions. So there are multiple challenges. So when he writes and says, okay, we did X, Y, Z, I'm like, no, there has to be a second opinion as regards what he did. He didn't do a lot of things right. Yeah, you can talk about Zungeru power plants. Yes, you ramped up installed capacity, but the transmission system, which is a very important part, was not fixed. You have 13,000 installed capacity. You can't take 13,000 from the installed capacity and load it on the grid. It's going to be a problem. We still talk about SCADA and many other things. And we ask, he wants to go and run for governor in Oyo State. Should we start by holding him accountable for what he did in the power sector? I think those are the questions we should ask Mr. Adelabu today. Because he also promised us about 3 weeks ago that in 2 weeks, things will be sorted. Did the power situation improve? Not in my area. So the 2 weeks mark did not also fall through. As regards the courts, all I would just beg the Supreme Court is, yes, they heard the arguments yesterday for the ADC case and for the PDP case. Please, let this judgment be speedy so we can get a resolution, because we just have 18 days to go. Thank you.
Okay, in the court cases involving the PDP and the ADC, the African Democratic Congress, the Supreme Court had already indicated by asking that the counsel on both sides should file their processes early and that the court would take a look at those processes and briefs on April 22. Now that the court says it's reserving judgment in the matter, the expectation is that this will also again be treated expeditiously, considering the challenge of time. INEC having directed that submissions of register and names of candidates should be done within the window of April 21 to May.
Begging for Trump to come to Nigeria. Let's watch.
Trump must come in Nigeria. We need him. He must come. We support the coming of American soldiers in Nigeria. And President Trump must come in Nigeria. We are begging President Trump to fulfill his promise. The killing is still going on. Do you support President Trump?
Now then, by taking all of this together, the verdict is still out regarding the actual U.S. impact here in Nigeria. Beyond the U.S. strikes that took place in December, the U.S. troops that are in February, and the months-long back-and-forth meetings between both countries, attacks are still happening, people are still in captivity, and yet there's still a sector of Nigerians that are waiting for Trump to show up. I mean, is Trump coming anytime soon?
Well, you know what? We don't know what Trump's next move is. That's the honest truth. You know, if you think he's going left, he'll go right. So only God knows what his plans are. But this is unfortunate, Annie. My stance on this has been consistent, which is that foreign interference or even foreign collaboration has brought a checkered set of results to the rest of the world. There's so many examples of failed foreign intervention plans, military interventions, to point to numerous. We'd be here for hours. We can speak of Libya, Syria, Sudan. The list goes on. However, when you look at these people and you look at the statistics of what insecurity is doing to all groups, Christians, Muslims, and atheists and traditional believers across the country, concentrated in the north. And the fact that we're seeing almost what I could call a lackadaisical way of treating the situation. You can't blame people for looking for an alternative place for help. The social contract between the government and the people has been broken. The people feel that they can't turn to their own for help, so they are now looking for whatever figureheads they think might bring solution. Is Donald Trump the solution? I highly doubt it. However, I'm just trying to make the point that when people become hopeless, they look for something to have hope in. And that's what's happening here. Now, on the Senate floor yesterday, there was a heated debate about what to do, how to tackle this situation. There was a Senator, Abdul Ningi, who had said that all political activities should be stopped, especially in some key 8 states, until insecurity has been dealt with. And I stand with that, because you find that politicians are campaigning, they're holding rallies, they're holding congresses, all manner of activities are happening. Is being spent. That's the focus for now. But the governance, the element of governance, which is all about security, seems to have been taken to the back burner. We can't begin to list the number of people currently in captivity. Right now, we're speaking about the 416 that are in Boko Haram's captivity. The clock is ticking on that. And the several other groups that are no longer headline news, but are still in captivity. So on that, I think we can't reiterate enough. It's time for the government to really buckle down. They said that the solution was state police. There were marching orders from the president when we got the new Inspector General of Police, Tunji Disu, to say, move with this quickly. He spoke to the Senate as well. That's the president said, move with this quickly. But here we are almost a month after that. Nobody has moved quickly. We've forgotten. The Senate even went on break. They took a vacation. They've just resumed. Yet there's no progress. We're seeing our top military brass being eliminated. We're seeing, yes, the army is pushing back. We are seeing some reports of the army being successful in a number of operations. But as you can see, there are several groups that are still not being touched by that. And the insecurity situation remains pretty dire for majority of people, especially in certain parts of the country.
Absolutely. And that's a perfect segue into our next story, because in a similar vein, There's this new report from Channel 4 News, which is trending online right now because it takes a closer look at how a village just outside Jos has now ominously been renamed the Village of Widows because of the extent of killings that men and children in that community face every day. Now, the documentary itself first came out last week, but a particular clip of a woman recounting the horror of how terrorists broke into her home in the middle of the night has been trending. Let's see why. Now, the woman in the video later proceeds to fully break down on camera after that account, and the rest of the documentary is filled with testimonies of women just like her who are now unfortunately part of this community of losing their husbands, their children, with a lot of questions about who will help them and where they go from here. And what's interesting about this, Rufai and Dr. Abati, if you can both speak to this, is that this particular clip has been trending internationally. It's not just in Nigeria, but a lot of American content creators have started pointing to this clip as look at what's happening in Nigeria.
Okay, so let me take all the stories together. Let me start from Ted Cruz. Yes, I know some will say, oh, Nigeria is a sovereign country. Why does Ted Cruz have a right to speak? He doesn't know what he's talking about. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, there is no Christian genocide. Yes, it's a contextual matter. You know, Nigeria's security architecture and what is happening in Nigeria can be related in different ways. It's a contextual matter. Interesting idea, but let me read a quote for you. During a church service for Armed Forces Remembrance Day at the National Ecumenical Center in Abuja in 2012, President of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, admitted that the terrorist group Boko Haram had successfully infiltrated various branches of his government. The key highlights of that statement. He stated that Boko Haram sympathizers were present in the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. He specifically noted that members and sympathizers had also planted themselves within the armed forces and the police and security outfits. He compared the challenges in Nigeria to be worse than the Nigerian Civil War of 1967 to 1970. Even worse because the enemy was no longer predictable and often lived among them. He described a situation as so complex that even if one's son is a member, one will not even know, warning that someone could plant a bomb behind your house without your knowledge. 2012 to 2026 is how many years? 14 years. When did all of this Boko Haram insurgency start? 2008, 2009, right? When Mohammed Yusuf was killed. So he said this about 4 years after, at the thick of the Boko Haram insurgency. So 4 years, plus now, we've been doing this for 18 years. Since he said this, 14 years down the line, one would have thought that the Nigerian state would have even cared that if the president of a sovereign called Nigeria said our government is infiltrated, let's make an attempt to rid the government of the infiltration. Nothing was done. And this has continued for 14 years. So it has continued to the extent now that we think Trump is a messiah. Delusion. Trump thinks of America. Trump has not fixed straight-up hormones, or hormones like I like to call it. He doesn't care about you. Yes, I know the Christmas Day bombing excited a lot of people. He's a showman. Don't forget, he made his name on reality TV. It's not that a big deal. This is a man that has appeared on WWE. I mean, I saw the fight with Mahon the other day. So he's a showman. He doesn't think too much about you. And also, coupled with the fact that these conversations about Christian genocide has now opened chop for American lobbyists. Jesus Christ. America is now a ground for Nigerian lobbyists. Nigerians are paying so much money to American lobbyist company. Some are lobbying for, some are lobbying against. The money is so much. Washington is awash with Nigerian lobbying money. You can see all the interviews by government officials.
Right.
Nigeria will have to solve its problem internally. Because if we don't do that, and we have to deal with honesty and transparency, and that's why you're seeing the killings. The question I want to just ask this morning is, 14 years after Goodluck Jonathan made that statement, if I should come back in 14 years' time and ask, which will be 28 years' time, will Nigeria have rid itself of those that have infiltrated its government and are terrorist sympathizers?
What you are confronted with is the state failing to live up to its responsibility. And that being the case, the responsibility of the state is to look out for the security and welfare of the people. Section 14, sub 2B of the 1999 Constitution. Section 14 also says, I think in sub 1, that the sovereignty of the people is the most paramount thing for the Nigerian government. And when you go to chapter 4, it tells you how the people are very important, how the dignity of their person is important, the freedoms that they are entitled to. What terrorism, insurgency, banditry, kidnapping will seem to be conveying is that the Nigerian state has failed the people in all of those respects. The devil is in the details. Now take whether it is Kimberly Daniels or Rep. Riley Moore or Senator Ted Cruz. Now these are Americans expressing their concerns first and foremost as Christians, defending the interests of Christians in Nigeria. They are also members of a human community. We keep saying that in a globalized world, you are responsible not just to your own people, but also to the international community in a rules-based order that the world is operating. The only caveat is that, these Christian evangelists from the United States, they are concerned only about Christians. But is it the truth that other people are being brutalized in Nigeria? That is the truth. Muslims, Christians, traditional worshippers, we're all in this, kettle called Nigeria that has become combustible. This pressure cooker called Nigeria in which all of us are feeling the heat. The residual point is that the Nigerian government needs to do a lot more, which was the point in the National Assembly yesterday, with concerned representatives of the people saying, look, a lot more needs to be done, even if we have to pay ransom to get the 416 persons still in captivity, Boko Haram captivity, to get them freed. The lady in Plateau, Lisa Stephen, that's her name, her hand was chopped off, her husband was shot and killed, her first son was also sliced into two, as her second son was had his head smashed, so she lost about 3 persons. Only the eldest child survived, but she lost her hand. Now, where is the dignity of the human person in Nigeria? Who would help her out now that she's a widow? So this is the dilemma that Nigerians face. With parts of the country having become killing fields. The killing fields of Benue, the killing fields of Southern Kaduna, although there is peace in Southern Kaduna now, the killing fields of the Plateau or the Borno. Now, those Nigerians who were protesting, saying, let Trump come and help us. Trump should come here. Well, it's not Trump that will solve our problem. It is the Nigerian people that will solve their own problems. And the time to begin to solve that problem was long ago, yesterday. And just as an aside, those persons who are saying, Trump, come to Nigeria, Trump, come on. If they get arrested and they ask them to come and explain what they want Trump to come and do, may they be reminded that under Section 38 of the Criminal Code, incitement of foreign invasion is a felony. It's a punishable offense. So many Nigerians who are saying people should come from outside, they should qualify what they mean in that particular sense before they run foul of the law. The American soldiers are already here, helping us with surveillance, reconnaissance, and intelligence. The question to now ask is, what is the quality of that collaboration? How is the Nigerian government making use of that intelligence and that support that the Americans are already providing? And in any case, Trump will not come here physically. He has more than enough on his plate
That's
in
true.
other parts of the world.
That's true, but we never know. I mean,
You will come here physically.
who
Is that what you are
knows?
saying?
Who knows? Who knows? Probably not, but who knows? But let's shift gears now and take a quick development from Katsina State, where the public is reacting to the political gene apparently running in the family as Yusuf Buhari, the son of former President Muhammadu Buhari, officially declaring his own plans to run for the Sandamu Daura Mai Adua federal constituency in Katsina State. Now, Buhari made his intentions clear during a Wednesday visit to the state, where he met with Governor Diko Rada and other senior officials to declare that he would run in the next election.
All right, my people, how are you guys doing today? That's all I have for politics today, because we have two topics to talk about, and I'm going to move into the next one right now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Thanks for your time with us. Mother of Omami Diaspora, thank you very much, my lovely mother. I appreciate you. Thanks for all that you do. Thank you, my brother Abu Azi. I appreciate you. Thanks for all that you do. Thank you, everyone right there, Mother Peggy Modi, Mother Eugenia, Mother Stella Maseredo, Michael Ganemaro, and Mr. Johnson Emmanuel. Thank you, my good people. Divine Cross, Mother Rita. Thank you, everyone. Dixon Dagmo, Madam Adama. Thank you, my wonderful people. Yes, I'm happy to have Mother Rita, Mother Adama already on the comment section. For any lady that want to join this broadcast today, please make you come in now. We want to hear more, because there are more concerning this part 2 of this man who cries out that his wife married another man in the US while they are still married in Nigeria. We all watched that video here. So I'd like us to move on and take this whole thing together. Guys, press on the like, help us to share. And God bless you now. We're going to start with people's reactions, how people reacted over this whole thing. Then we take it from there. But meanwhile, let's go to Kayakas and see what they have to say quickly.
And I was always rewinding it. Like I would go back to be sure Robbie Eko said what he said. How do I convince a toddler that your wife walks up to you and tells you she wants to travel and that she would like to marry somebody else based on arranged marriage, so that she could go over there and get a better life? And you, as the husband, you are not even in the picture of her own plan, with the promise of when I get there, I'll sort things out, I'll come back for you. Robbie Ekpo is dangerously approaching 50. And at that level of your life, you choose to let a woman come for you like that. Thank you for that word. A woman comes for you like that. And from his story, she was the one that went after him. Fine Calabar boy. And he kept on using this, I'm a Calabar boy, I'm a Calabar boy. What is special about Calabar boys? You are not the first boy to be good looking. You will not be the last to be good looking. And then you let, and sorry, I don't want to offend the ladies. Mayowa is not even fine. Mayowa is not fine to even start with. For him, of that nature, to let a woman use you to that, I was pained on his behalf, and I was not pitying him. I was pained the kind of pain that you want to beat somebody. That kind of pain. Like, how would you let yourself at your stage of life be ridiculed by a woman? So I don't feel for him. He caused it for himself. He's a sin. My advice to him is, Baba, they have run you street, oh. Carry yourself, move on. You still have time to go and meet other women, but there is no. He's just a sim. Thank you.
See that story? It really hurts me, but I wish I could also hear the woman's part of the story because there's a big gap, in that story. And another advice I want to give a man is a secret. Before you get married, make sure your woman loves you more than you love her. I said the man should not love the wife, but I said let the love. Do you know why? Women are the ones that keep the marriage. Please. Break up with a woman 10 times, but the moment the woman says I'm done, she's done. That marriage is done. So the leverage you have as a man is when your wife, the love, you know this woman loves you. That the marriage has a probability to last longer than when it's on the other side. He's my friend and I feel his pain, but I don't even understand how he put himself in that kind of situation. And you see this idea of what this now has to do with both a man and a woman. When you are coming into a relationship and you feel the only thing you are bringing into that relationship is your physical looks. You feel your physical looks, it cannot take you so far. As a man, as a woman, you must have something special about you that this person cannot do without you. At the end of the day, when before the person will walk out, whether you have money or not, the person will think twice, not even twice. So coming in as a fine boy or fine girl and you feel that's all it takes to keep it will not work. I'm so sorry for him, man. I wish him all the best. Thank you.
Look at it this way. It's because he's a lady that ran him the streets. But this thing has been happening. Guys abroad, not just turn it, okay? Now, guys abroad, they arrange to marry maybe an older lady because they want to have paper or something like that. And the wife is over there, coming down that, okay, my husband, trusting that he's doing the right thing. Some of it works, some of it is truly an arrangee. But you know, what you bargained for, sometimes is not what you get. You have agreed that you're going to arrange it, but before you know it, something else is happening. The white lady wants to have a child, she also wants to have a family. So what happens? So this guy, for me, the guys are the ones always doing this thing. It's very rare for you to see people become unfaithful like that. So, no, I'm not saying it to make the ladies feel good. Okay, I'm just stating the facts. That when it comes to holding body, the women hold body more than the men. So if you have a woman staying apart from you, I mean your spouse staying apart from you, hello, the lady has a tendency of not cheating. It's the guys that usually, they always want to do one or the other. Yes. So, but when it now happens to a lady, it means that that lady is gone. No morals, really.
There are a lot of points that you can pick from what this guy said. 1, pain. 2, for men to learn to speak out. 3, spot your red flag immediately. 4, the same way it's happening to men, it's happening to women. I, for one, some of you know my story. I was almost in that guy's story. My wife was in America while I was there. I was going and coming. My wife called, police for me at the port of entry. But I didn't let that weigh me down. I came back, I picked my pieces together, and now look at me today. Not my losses, but my gain. So you need to move on, like she said. But I'm sorry for the guy. How many months? I go to America. Then we were in Kennesaw before we now moved to Dallas. I go to America twice a year. Thank God, say pay never cost like this. But guy, can you even afford it? Can you go? She went and you are here. Okay? Even a lot of things online is showing. Like my guy said, if 4 people are involved, brother, it's more than 4. Because for her to get papers, I know what she will go through. Mine, I even paid $10,000 then that I wanted to get papers. It didn't work. it doesn't really work out, but people will not tell you. Most of those American men or German men that went, that said, oh, let me just put you here, they no see paper. Most of them are sleeping under the truck, on the streets. They watch film, they see America, say fine. Some of them, they go ghetto. That's how it is. Thank you.
These things have been happening for a while, to women especially. If you go to Edo State, you know that there are some men that will travel out and even take the women to their family houses and say, wait for me, I'm coming back, I want to marry a white woman, and they will not come back. You don't see women going to both podcasts to cry and shout. These things have been happening. They don't cry, they will just take their loss and move on. I'm being honest. These things have been happening to so many women. In fact, some of them that are not educated, they will deceive them that I'm just marrying a white woman, I'm coming back for you, and they will not come back. You don't see them running to podcasts crying because it's happening to a man, it's trending. Just move on. I'm being honest. She left when she was tired. You can't leave a woman for more than 5 years, for more than 4 years. And what are you expecting? He made the mistake. Move on. I don't know why people are blaming the.
This story, I had to watch and rewind, like my brother said, and I believe that it should be a learning phase for everybody. Nobody's talking about cheating because it's not just cheating. Assuming it's just cheating, it should have just been a little bit bearable than you married someone and you see that the person is getting married again on social media without you even knowing, and you're thinking that you're still in the marriage. That is a whole lot to digest. Now, people call, in the comment section, people say the man is useless, this. He has accepted his fate. That is useless. That is why he came online to share it with the fellow brethren, that's the men. I hope, I'm always an advocate of men speaking out, because a lot of men not even speaking out here are still facing this thing this man is facing, and they are always dying in silence. Now he made it so emotional to the state where you say, now you're 48, you don't have a child. Are you expecting to have a child when you have not slept with your wife for 5 years? So during her ovulation for day month 1, month 2, month 3 till 5 years, you are nowhere to be found, and you're expecting. Do you want to weigh your semen? See, in as much as the story is painful, he has seen where he's at fault. We fought him for that. That he gave his wife the allowance to go abroad and marry another person. That is their business in their marriage. But we should learn from these mistakes men has made. A lot of people are making it now. They will continue making it if we don't look at the mistake people have made and go back and retrace ourselves. It's not a matter of being hard. It's not. See, please, don't get me wrong. Anybody saying he's loving too much, you're a wicked person for saying he's loving too much. You need to love your partner the way a woman is loving a man. Man should love a woman equally. It's not that stupid, but at the same time.
I want to say that if you are in a marriage that you don't see your spouse for a period of 6 months, I just want to be very polite. 6 months. Just know that you are in an open marriage. You are just in an open marriage and not telling yourself the truth. Because my father told me that if you get married and you don't see your wife for 3 months, that you should forget that you are not in a marriage. You are in an open marriage. The honest is that nobody will be honest to open to you that they are living a life outside your life. Everybody will play along. Everybody will make it seem like everything is okay. But the truth inside there is that if you investigate, you will realize that you are really in an open marriage.
Okay, thank you.
That's the point I want to make.
Thank you.
Relationship is very interesting if the 4 people involved understand themselves. I said earlier, distance relationship, distance marriage is cool, so long as the 4 people involved understand themselves.
Okay.
Because relationship and overlooking into it is just like one who wakes up every morning, you go to the doctor to check you up, he will see something. So if you want to investigate or keep watching your partner, you will see something. So what happens after that thing that you have seen is still, if that thing you see doesn't kill your heart, it kills your kidney or kills your liver. So me, I've said to myself is whether we are living together or living apart, so long as my children has my DNA, I am not following you up and down. Right? I'm not following up and down because monitoring your partner does not guarantee her to stop that thing you want her to stop. If she has not decided to stay faithful, if you like, mount DSS, she will not DSS. So, for your sanity, for you not to be part of those people who will increase the number of widows we have in the country right now, because men are dying every day because of these things. So, the only thing any man owes himself is get married and do everything to stay alive. Whether she's with you or outside, just stay alive.
Thank you.
That's all.
As we speak today, most persons here who are even married still they make arrangements either for the men to go or for the women to go. And now, what is the cause of all of this? To be honest, everyone wants a better life. Even those who have children will tell you, oh, even if my wife misbehaves, may my children get better life. So first, there is a problem with wanting to live well. Now, there is a difference between I just want to relocate because I want to. I just want to change. And relocating under pressure. Life tire your family. You are just feeling like, makes small blue green lights they come from somewhere. And so even with this guy, yes, they come for 4 days. Some men go see cry. Some women go see cry. Because they are still planning for the man to go leave children or leave wife. Some men they plan, make the woman go leave them when he establishes himself. If you hear the kind of disagreement when husband and wife they get to, this suffer for Nigeria too much. It is the truth. It is the truth. Survivor mood. Most people got married, they never thought that their family one day they go separate. Because at the time they were living alone as single, then they feel manage themselves. And then you just look at yourself, okay, you want marriage, start up a family, and then you got married, you just realize, say, the thing come hard fast as it is. You begin to look for alternative to escape. But please, if you know that you cannot stand the 50-50 chance, which I call say what. If you cannot stand it, because we don't want to hear all this. No, these are reality when they tell you and the woman, you make the decision. So please, for men and for women, if you know that you cannot manage it, you cannot stand it, please, from the onset, do not involve yourself in this kind of arrangement. And please, I will say this and I will end it. I want to beg you, whether you be man, whether you be woman, think of how you hurt people. Yes. Remember, say you once got married to this person for something. Think of that thing. Yeah. Your separation, try to limit the bad energy and bad blood. Talk it over, agree, and separate in peace, because the future no one can tell.
For being in love, because that's what we all want, to be married to someone who loves us, to be loved and to love in return. But I'm going to say this, that it is not good for a man to be weak. It is not good for a man to be weak. And it's coming from a woman. When we are saying a man is weak, I'm not saying you should be a tyrant. I'm not saying you should be a tyrant. I'm not saying you should be a military person in your home. But you know, when you set a boundary, there is, because women are very rebellious in nature, and I'm going to say this to you. And when you give a woman an inch of nonsense, she will take 10 inches of nonsense. The moment you start to see your wife ahead of her going somewhere to go and do an operation, whereas she went for BBL, we heard of the woman. You read a lot of conversations of the woman with somebody. You still absorb all those things, and you were still waiting for her. That means he was in denial. You were in denial of the obvious, and it came back to haunt you. Because when a woman wants to leave you, she does not care what you have invested. She doesn't care what you have done. She will drop you. And sometimes a woman will test you to see the kind of things you can accept. They will test you with some things. A woman will throw some nonsense to you. When you see that, okay, I did this one, you just let it slide. I did this one, you just let it slide. I did another one, I just let it slide. They will ride on you completely. So that is why, as a man, please, as a man, don't be a tyrant, but please learn how to assert your authority in your marriage. Be firm, be assertive, but don't be a tyrant.
Okay, Unayera, they say it's not good for a man to be weak. If you are a man listening right now and you are a weak man, anyway, for those of you who don't really know this woman like that, make una see him.
Hello, good morning. So I'm just sitting here and I'm wondering, fine girl like me or more tongue, because I'm a fine girl. Let me just wear yellow inside the sun against my skin, and my take is over till law, final, finishing. But sometimes, like today now, I just came out of my room. You know, I went to do the morning poop. So only me was now thinking, babe, how can a fine girl like me and the smell of what I just discharged? Only me was not the all I'm talking about, God is great, because if all of us are walking around as the smell, and we have the smell of what comes out of us following us, none of us will marry. None of us in this life is gonna marry, both male and female. Tori! Sometimes when I'm sitting there as a boss lady, you know, when I just remember the things, the smell of what last time I used toilet, I go say, well, I'll just humble.
No, what can I wait to? Mona not verse. This one so.
I'm wondering,
This one so. That person love we want that so be. This one. How is this possible? This cocoyam. That person love they cry for national TV. Now wow.
Beauty in the eyes of the beholder, Mr. Elvis.
Maybe because no, this is shocking. This one. Hey, hello, boy. Now, wow. Anyway, let's move on, guys. Cause why first time I see her page, I was shocked. I scroll. Maybe I go see better video, better picture. Now, so the woman you're rich. Yes, hello, boy. Anyway, let's take this.
I think in the podcast, they were asking him, so how many? And he said, oh, Baba. Okay, let me just play the video here for those of you who didn't see it. A short video here so you can listen. Yeah.
She complained about you not satisfying her. Can you talk about
satisfying?
That?
Baba, I no go fuck myself. I no go fuck myself. 1 round, 2 round, don't do me.
She wants more than 2 rounds.
Baba, I got married at the age of 37. I'm going to be 48 this year. I no be small boy. Forget tattoo, forget earring, and I don't look my age. I don't act my age. I'm 48 years old. I'm going to be 48 in August. Now fuck, kill yourself.
So are you trying to say that?
I'm not saying, Baba, but if I knock, I do all right. If you know belle fool,
she know the belle fool.
You want me with the knock steady.
What do you mean by steady?
Baba, in a week I feel knock like maybe twice. I do all right.
Well, how much did she want?
Every day. I started going for sperm. I'm a Calabar man. I have never in my life had unprotected sex without. Mine was the first person that I had unprotected sex with. And she went to, I don't know where she went to. She went to bring something, say, make her they drink. She was giving me concoction to drink so that we'll be able to have sex. So that she'll be able to conceive. And I was always telling myself, God's time is the best. My pastor stayed 8 years before he got married. I have another pastor that stayed 12 years. When we had the meeting, the family meeting, one of our uncles stood up and said, they know born in wife well. to give him concussion to drink. So the concussion that to help fertility or whatever. Where I be fertile man. But both because I wanted her to be happy, I did drink her. I'm now hearing that she was taking contraceptives. And
how did you hear? What?
You know, because story they say not talk, they bring talk. So I say not talk, they bring talk. We are looking for children, and I'm now hearing that remember that time when I be talking when I defy begin say say your wife been they take.
So when I played that that video, I said, I don't think it's possible for someone to want to have sex daily, especially in the abroad. Come on. Because I'm trying to do the math. I've been trying to do the math in my head. How many hours do we have in a day, guys? 24 hours. You sleep 7 or 8 hours in 24 hours. Add it to the 8 hours or 10. Some people work 10 hours. Are you counting? Let me do the math on the screen so you can see. 8 plus 8, 16. For those who commute to work, if you don't have the privilege of working from home, add maybe 2 hours to it. Some people will commute for an average of an hour to work and an hour back. So that's 16 plus 2. You have 18. Cooking. If you need to make dinner when you come back, let's say an hour to cook, you know, let's put the time that you need to shower, you need to dress up, the times you need to eat, the times you need to do laundry, the times you need to clean. If you've got young children, then looking after the children. Some people have young children, they need to do school runs. All that you need to take into consideration. There are hours of the day of labor. So in my mind, I'm thinking, where is the time in the day for you to have sex daily? Because I never thought it's possible, to be honest, for both men and women, except there is some sort of addiction going on here. Anyway, people were arguing in the comment section that no, it's possible. Some people say they like it that much. They do it 4 times. It became something of people were saying how many times is ideal. I don't know whether there's any ideal time or number with this thing. It's just, it depends on capacity. Yeah, and of course, age and what you are doing. Yeah. For me personally, the only thing I think people should do every day unfailingly is eat and sleep. That's all. You must eat every day. You must sleep every day. Every other thing, even work. When you work 5 days a week, they give you 2 days off. God, the creator of the whole universe, created the earth in 6 days. On the 7th day, Baba rested. Except you tell me that you are one of those Edo women that is doing it for money. You are selling it according to the story we heard. Izzy was telling us the other day of people that doing ashawo in Europe. Maybe that's your job. That's a different thing. But Skama Forogu, my dear, I woke up this morning and this is the message I woke up to. Let me read it. Somebody slided into my DM in the middle of the night and said, hello, I need to come here after watching your last video about the marriage that just got dissolved. Let me add that this is a woman. Okay? Well, I am one person that loves sex. When you said it's a lie about having sex every day, I love sex at the moment. My husband isn't satisfying me sexually. We even have sex twice in a day. Twice. That's morning and night. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say because is it not physically exerting to have sex? I don't know. Because is it possible for a man twice a day and you will still go to work? Maybe. Please tell me in the comment section. Uncle Ben, no. I'm calling you into this conversation to look for Uncle Ben's trouble. Oh my God. She went on and said that they are having sex twice a day. At least I can handle sex once a day, every day of the week. In a nutshell, it's very possible. In a nutshell, I have to resort to cheating or having sex with my ex. I've been having sex with my ex for a while now. He's also married with kids, like me. It's so crazy that if I don't have sex, I get sick. This is where the problem is. I get sick if I don't, she said. I know we need to stop, but sex with him is so good. God will forgive us, Neo. Just wanted to let you know that some of us need sex to even function right. Thank you. First of all, I just opened my mouth wow like this. I posted it on my Instagram page. I opened my mouth, I was like, oh. Then I responded and said, I'm not judging, but don't you have a career? Like, don't you have a job? You don't have goals? You don't have kids or any other thing that takes your time? Or other aspect of life? Or is this a trauma response? So the question is, how is it possible for somebody to say that they need to have sex every day without a that for people that say they are doing it, so that means it's possible. Married people are having sex daily, but I don't know how that is possible.
Husband has good sex with the wife.
Now the woman be this, oh.
When you have constant sex with your wife. See, for woman, when a husband has good sex
Which woman be this one?
When you have constant sex with you.
Now the same who you want, who you want, the same who you want where go marry another man for America. Now wait till she talk, tell her, now would they go dig come as so.
Now this one, I ain't that man they die for.
Oh, okay, you never see the war. What is he? Man, show you
this
the war.
Man,
what is
this man said, you like say today now I go fire the man said. This man, some they worry.
Wait. See this one. See him. Now the recent one, did you see the Shawuru head which carry?
No be spec, Black Panther, not spec.
Which one? Not be blow just stand for front. Not be race when they did that.
Somebody cry because of this one. Life don't change.
Yes, make I tell you the truth. Anyway, good afternoon, everyone. See, even Bob Risky fine past this one.
Baba. That fine boy cry because of this too.
Obviously, I ain't for this one front now.
See head.
See eye.
Anyway, let's move on.
When a husband has good sex with the wife, when you have constant sex with your wife, when you then knock your wife steady, it dey relieve frustration. Even if you no get money, even if things never arrange the way it's supposed to arrange, there's a certain happiness that comes with. Oh, what? I don't know what they do this men. My wife, she too they nag, she too they complain, she too they this. Sometimes when we women are sex starved, we they accumulate them, they turn like nagging. We go they accumulate them. Nothing where you go do we go good for our eye. But woman where then they knock them well. My brother, he they release frustration. He they release frustration. So husbands, please, in the name of the Nisi Heshadai, any God that you serve, knock your wife. And not just any knocking.
Jesus.
Hey! Blood of God.
Through her legal representative, and that's how you do it. That's how you do it. In my earlier video, I said that marriage had ended. That narrative of Robiebo saying that his wife got married in US is false. Listen, what some of you men don't understand is that women are really smart. Sometimes you think women are stupid. They are really smart. And before a woman would remarry, she would have ended her marriage. They are not as reckless as the men. Men are reckless. They are. When they want to behave, they behave like they don't have sense.
Now then be this.
Women take their time. They calculate. They put things in order before they move. And for a woman to leave her
They
marriage,
calculate.
she would have been giving you notice. Bear with me 1 second. I want to get that letter. She would have been giving you notice and telling you this and that. You're not doing this way. You're not behaving in a certain kind of way. And you keep insisting that you're the man of the house. You don't want to listen to her. Now, let's shoot this letter together. The topic is, or the heading is, malicious defamation, false public narrative, and deliberate reputational damage against Miss Mayowa Lambe. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Final notice of cease and desist. Anti-Lambe Betel Foundation is a non-governmental organization with a primary objective of providing counseling, support, rehabilitation. That one is not important. Our services have been retained by Miss Mayowa. On her firm instructions, we write you. Our client informs us that any prior traditional marital relationship between both parties was mutually terminated with the full knowledge and consent of both parties prior to May 11th, 2025. There has been no subsisting marital relationship since that date. It is deeply concerning that you have embarked on a deliberate and sustained campaign of falsehood, using online platforms, public broadcasts, including Honest Bunch, to disseminate fabricated narratives about our clients. Your statements, presented as facts, include numerous false allegations regarding infidelity, financial dependency, moral character, and the existence of a marital relationship. These statements are not only untrue, but appear calculated to mislead the public, attract attention, and generate sympathy at the expense of our client's reputation. We further instructed that your repeated engagement with public platforms to discuss private matters has established a pattern of seeking public visibility through sensational and unverified claims, thereby exposing our client to ridicule, harassment, and reputational harm. As a direct consequence of your actions, our client has been subjected to a widespread online trolling and coordinated defamatory commentary from individuals acting on your false representations. Bear with me once. Contrary to your claims, our client possessive extensive and verifiable evidence, including proof of financial responsibility and contributions made by our client throughout the relationship. You see? Documented attempts by our client to facilitate your relocation and advancement abroad. Medical and fertility-related records evidencing joint efforts towards conception initiated and funded by our clients. For those of you that said, oh, he's a rich man, oh, he's doing well, he was sending money, yada, yada, yada. Communications, including social media interaction and third-party correspondences, which directly contradict your public assertions. It is particularly noteworthy that despite repeated intervention by family members, mentors, and counselors regarding your conduct and responsibilities, you have persisted in publishing these false and damaging narratives. Your actions constitute serious defamation, causing emotional distress, reputational injury, and loss of goodwill, for which our client is entitled to substantial legal redress. Our demands: you're hereby required to immediately cease and desist from further publication and repetition of all defamatory statements. Remove all existing defamatory content across all platforms. Issue a clear, unqualified, and public retraction of all false statements. Publish a full public apology to our client via the same platforms used to disseminate the defamatory content. Pay the sum of 100 million as damages. Where is he going to find it? He just bought a car. December 2025. Where is he going to find it? Take notice. Failure to comply within 3 days will result in immediate legal proceedings, including claims for aggravated damages, injunctive reliefs, and criminal complaints to the appropriate authorities without further correspondence. There you have it. And that's how you move. That is how you move. You don't come online and be spewing. You go about it the right way. Yeah, when people say, oh, she married somebody as well, I said no. Women are not, some of you underrate women, oh. Women are not careless and reckless like that. They're not. They calculate, and once they're fed up, they move in a very calculative manner. So that when they come out at the other end, they come out unscathed. They do. They don't, tomorrow they're married to somebody else. Hey.
And a random thought, completely random thought just came to my mind. I was like, Maya, you have two extremes. Is either I am in love or I'm not. For somebody like me, falling in love can be hard. But when I do, I don't fall in love. I collapse. My brain shuts down, complete downward, boom, everything dead. You know, I could even be in it and know that there are things I should walk away from. But I will still stay inside because I'm in love. Now, disrespect is a big thing for me. The moment you do something so disrespectful to the point where my brain just shifts, it's like a 360 switch. You see me that I was all the love has gone. And it's not like it will go, I'll still be peeping. No, I will completely completely gone. So I don't know, am I the only one that is like this, or are there people that are like me? Because it's either I love you or I don't. There's no middle ground.
I just pity for the man where go to cry for television. Ew, boyala, this man don't finish.
Even that one where they talk say defamatory. It say when lawyer don't talk, they just carry money go give her. What is defamatory there? Husband and wife case, mumu girl, yeah for.
May the boy come see me, make we raise public 100,000 signed petition for our green card to be taken away from her with immediate velocity. Straight. First, because our marriage was arranged.
Mr.
First,
Elvis,
will you first start that one?
We are coming to establish that.
Yes.
So that's
I'm
why
telling you.
Here.
Immediately, I will use my platform for a whole 1 month. That 100,000 signature will be given. Make us see us. Not be on a podcast. They will not help you. They will not help you do this thing. Let's be honest.
No, that one is very defamatory. Or they no go school. You don't want to go see husband marry herself.
This year people, they say, beg, let's
thank God, all the men don't go
let's move on.
Take a listen.
Random thoughts, completely random thought just came to my mind. I was like, Maya, I have two extremes. Is either I am in love or I'm not. For somebody like me, falling in love can be hard. But when I do, I don't fall in love. I collapse. My brain shuts down, complete downward, boom, everything dead. You know, I could even be in it and know that there are things I should walk away from. But I will still stay inside because I'm in love. Now, disrespect is a big thing for me. The moment you do something so disrespectful to the point where my brain just shifts, it's like a 360 switch. You see me that I was all the love has gone. And it's not like it will go, I'll still be peeping. No, I will completely completely gone. It's either I love you or I don't. There's no middle ground.
Robert Ekpo, I want to beg you, keep social media opinion aside. Answer this question sincerely. Did you know this about your wife? Now, the reason I'm making this video is because your life is important to me. If you knew this about your wife, it means that naturally you are someone that attracts women with strong personality, because it's like saying the word alpha woman is upsetting to a lot of people. That's why they are insulting me up and down. The reason she's a strong woman is that she successfully convinced you to do a lot of things. All the things that you mentioned that I don't want to repeat here. Are you sincere that there was no conversation that she had with you that she was no longer interested in you? You don't need to answer this question. It is between you, your conscience, and your God and former wife. Tomorrow, you would attract another strong woman. So you don't make the same mistake that you made with this first one. The message that you used your mouth to read, that you said you screen grab, it said a lot of things. You refused to see it. Somebody is irritated by you. What were you expecting? And sincerely, did she cheat on you whilst you people were married, like living together? There is a heavy thing to throw around, promiscuity. She had already separated herself from you and she was not having sex with you. And she was sleeping with another person. Yes, she made a big error by not informing you officially that I am done and moving on to another person. You see, once there is already a strain in a relationship, anything can happen. And why are people thinking this is a gender war? I do not care.
It's not about whether it's a man or it's a woman. It is about what needs to be said and what needs to be done so that tomorrow everybody lives a better life. So I care about you, and that is why I'm making this final video, because I no go talk for this matter again. Internet opinion is not where I find solution to some of my challenges. I find solution to some of my challenges sitting by myself and asking myself the hard questions that nobody would ask me. Solution starts with you telling yourself the absolute truth. When nobody's watching, when you face the mirror, what are you telling yourself? You will train for 1 week. That is the end. But your life, has it healed? Has anything changed? I think you should be more focused on your life and your well-being. I genuinely pray you both heal. It is well.
Story, it actually has a very big twist. Because many of you don't know, if you bring Robert, you bring Mayowa, you bring David, then you will have to bring Tolu. Yes, Tolu, a mother of two. Well, Tolu is David's wife, Mayowa's husband in Nigeria with kids. David's previous wife. And apparently Mayowa is a tyrant. She has reportedly slept with different men abroad, even supposedly broke a home. Yeah. So now you better grab your popcorn, click the follow button, and listen attentively to the end of this video. You will learn a lot. So where you can see David and Mayowa's wedding shoot. So you have to ask yourself, what do these two actually have in common? They are both in the US. They are both abroad. While Mayowa's original partner, Robert, and David's original partner, Tolu, are both in Nigeria. Now, this is 8 years ago. This is David and Tolu, the original wife. 8 years ago, then this is also David and Tolu, the original wife. So David is supposedly a gospel artist at that time, and presently is like a drummer to his church. As you can see, currently abroad is a drummer to his church. So 2019, David had a daughter with Tolu. 2021, he had another son with Tolu. So 2 kids before David moved abroad. Well, most of you didn't know this. This is what you see on social media. So you have to ask yourself, did David divorce the mother of his 2 kids in Nigeria, his supposed first wife, before actually trying to marry Mayowa? And this is his first wife, Tolu's current page, as you can see. But now Mayowa, most of you didn't even know that as at 11 years ago, it was Mayowa that actually asked Robert out. Okay, just watch yourself.
By the way, how long ago did you meet?
2015.
Okay, and you've been married for how long?
Since 2015.
Ah, you met on the same day and married on the same day?
We married 5 months after we got married.
Oh my goodness!
When you see what you want, I mean, she slid into my DM, so yeah.
Was that what happened?
Look, I'm a confident woman, okay?
So it was what happened?
I'm a confident
woman.
Answer
the question.
And when confident women want something, they just go for
it. Oh shit!
So you already have the information that the last time Robert saw Mayowa was in 2021, until last year that Robert saw Mayowa, and Mayowa actually went to do BB health, and that Mayowa was taking contraceptive so that she wouldn't get pregnant for Robert during the time of their 11 years long distance marriage. Now these are private chats between Robert and Mayowa. Now you should ask yourself, what are the escapades and the adventures that Mayowa had been up to all these years abroad? Like all the men she had reportedly been with before deciding to actually settle for David. Well, a lady dropped a comment that actually caught attention. You see, I am sprinkled in sugar. She cheated with my ex-husband, so I believe everything he's saying, that Mayowa cheated with her ex-husband. So if you check her profile, look at that story. Now see, authorized user credit card that was opened by my ex-husband for Mayowa Lambe in late 2020. What? As at 6 years ago. Look, Mayowa Lambe, like Wells Fargo. So this lady's ex-husband actually was cheating with Mayowa, while Mayowa was being married to Robert in Nigeria. Like he even got the lady's ex-husband to open a credit card for her, right? Actually, it can't be like say Mayowa been they used juju on this man, because she actually got the man to actually file and send the credit card to their matrimonial home, to his matrimonial home. Look, next slide. Further evidence, this card was mailed to my marital home, and to make matters worse, I continue to receive mail of other credit card offers for Mayowa Lambe. Like even the ex-husband was getting other credit cards, because this one is from Wells Fargo. This is women. Like what the F? Now to drop more proof, right? By I am sprinkled in sugar. Look at the picture her ex-husband, right? Took at a mall, and it's like this at the same mall. Mayowa on her page, she took the same picture too, so they snapped each other. This man was cheating on his wife with Mayowa, while Mayowa was cheating on Robert in Nigeria with this man. This I am sprinkled in sugar's ex-husband. Wow.
Then look, another, you see, this is some of the credit card offers which could come to my former marital home in the name of my, like, this man was supposedly opening different credit cards for Maiwa. I thought sweet like that. Oh, sorry. Let's get back to business. Like now look, another, this is message between Yusuf Fatai, that's the name of the woman's ex-husband, aka Tunji or TJ and Maiwa Lam, like their chat. See, thank you so much, sweetheart. Fine, just woke up. How are you doing? Could be able to settle your rent. This morning, this man was actually paying Maiwa's rent. Baby boo, he claimed he never bought her the car, but what do I know? This man actually still bought Maiwa a car. Oh my, Toto sweet. Nothing you want tell me. Yeah? You can't tell say make David we get wife for Nigeria makes like Joshua Maiwa. I give it to this lady. So well, newsflash, if you're here to get your own free 3,000 naira, run now to Apple Store and Play Store. Like, you know, and for you to know some of the things that Roberts was actually, you know, bottling up, you know, while, you know, being with Maiwa. You know, Maiwa took a picture that Robert saw, you know, at this restaurant. You see, Maiwa was sitting down, but actually on a tablet. If you zoom, you will see this picture of Maiwa sitting on a man's laps. Maiwa! Nothing you won't tell me. Toto sweet. Cause some person thought, see, person thought you know even fine. Yeah, if you know fine, make a Toto sweet. So, you know, like Robert don't see shaggy. But how did Maiwa now end up with David? David has a wife in Nigeria with 2 kids. But Maiwa didn't give it because she was, you know, smarter using contraceptives. For example, look at this message that, you know, Maiwa.
She's just a homebreaker. In fact, this girl, she's a Jezebel. She's evil, destroying homes left, right. You know, this girl, she's just something else.
Mr. Evans, when I tell you people who have no evidence of commitment in a marriage, I know what I'm saying. I was not talking carelessly. Some people were just a bit emotional. When a woman has not demonstrated commitment in a marriage, don't go there.
What is an idea of demonstration of commitment, King Emeka?
Let me finish. Before I start, we want to hold on.
Bunch, and that's what you guys have been. I don't know, but I want to enter this video. It happened to a guy I even know. Robbie Epo. This guy always in my comments. Oh my, like, you know, one of those people that supports you proper. So when I saw the whole thing happening, I felt like no, it cannot be happening to good people, man. But let's enter the video. If you are in a relationship or you are planning on getting married or what, listen. This, if you are a man, especially, come and hear.
10 years of my life, he paid me, Baba. If I had a kid out of wedlock, I would have been justified that, oh, my wife can do whatever she wants to do. If I had a kid out of wedlock, I would have been justified. What did I do but just love? My wife traveled 6 years and I was, for the small money I was earning, I was sending money to my wife every time. I have receipts here.
You were saying that
I was sending money abroad. I was sending flowers. I had friends in the US and I would beg them to buy flowers and deliver in her house. Show you. Now look at your mouth. My wife didn't bother to come back since 2021. I did not see my wife again until last year that I sent her money to buy tickets to come to Nigeria. I went with 2 cars to the airport. She loves me or not, because told me that she went to do
just mumu or whatever. No, I don't think you were a mumu. In my opinion, I just felt like you got married to somebody, and according to the law and according to spirituality, the moment you get married to somebody, 2 of you become one. So whatever you would do to make sure this person is having a very happy life, this is exactly what you should be doing, and vice versa. Okay? But you see, this is year 2026, and when you look at the modern woman, the modern man, a lot of things have changed, and these are the changes that we tend not to be adapting to. See, no matter what you do in this life, everybody is responsible for their happiness. This is one thing, and this is one statement women don't joke with. Women don't sacrifice anything for their happiness. And in my opinion, it's not bad. The problem is a lot of men continue being stupid, trying to make somebody. So this is somebody that you probably met in a club 3-4 years ago. Or you were walking down the park. Let me tell you, there are only 2 categories of people that care about the man. Number one, the person that brought the man in, and number two, the person the man brought in. So your kids and your parents. Mind you, listen to what I just said. I did not even include your siblings. I did not include, because even your siblings will kill. I mean, look at P Square now. Are we not hearing that one has now had to, Peter have now had to go and change his birthday? No, these are not just ordinary siblings. So these are twin. They are a twin. Are you seeing the level of hatred going on? But anyways, that's not the case. I'm just trying to let you know that not even your own siblings care about you as a man. The people who care are the ones who brought you in and the ones you brought out, or you brought in into the world. I was listening to everything from what he was saying. I was just, for every point he made in my head, I'm like, Papa, aye, but you cannot be that blindfolded, man. Let me tell you one secret. In year 2026, as a man or a woman, please avoid long distance relationship. Please. I know what I'm telling you. Avoid long distance. Is dead on arrival. Any woman, any man that comes to tell you, oh, it's only for 2 years, it's only for 3 years, red flag. I'm telling you, it does not work. I don't know how many times I want to scream this thing. No matter how much your partner is trying to convince you that is working, I'm telling you, it's not working. Over time, you will see the results. The result is just going to be resentment. And this resentment is going to be happening because of all those times of absence that both of you were deceiving yourselves on video calls. If you're not ready for relationship, if you're not ready for marriage, and you want to live a life where one person is in one continent, just rather be single. You might end up buying yourself. I'm telling you facts. Look at this guy. He mentioned a couple of things that I felt like, bruh, God was showing you the signs. Like I said, we don't know the story, the girl story. But look at all the signs.
All the signs.
She told you that I'm bringing in a male tenant.
You allowed
you
it.
say, let me let it slide. You are sending her money from Nigeria to somebody in America. She says it's not enough. God said, okay, let me find another way to show you again. You know, he said, you will call her on phone, and then she's coming back to you 4 days later. See, let me tell you as a man, if you have a wife or a girlfriend you are very serious with, if 1 day passes, and you don't get a response, assuming she has not been kidnapped, she's not sick and in coma, I'm telling you, you are single. You see, there are some truths that some of you will not admit to. Don't let, you see, hey, God. Oh, my God. Robbie, God showed you every single sign. And I cannot believe that. I just pray that you're able to come off this. I know how hard this can affect a man.
All Robin just need to do is to reach out to people like us. It's only 100,000 signature we need. Our green card will be taken from her because now Renji, she paid for somebody to give her documents. That one, in fact, I will do all these things.
Nigeria Watch, may I tell you something? You don't need all those putting. If anybody from America write petition against a green card, see, Homeland go listen to that petition, they go call her immediately. For that reason, they talk say, honorable, for years they write petition against you, like they go call you, come office. You call explain whether good or bad. You don't need all this go put something online. Online, America.
Anyway, hold on. Mute. There's a feedback. Okay, now this warism, they shake everywhere they go through. They destroy marriages. They tell people how she take they smell. They tell people how she can love or no love. They tell people with this cocoyam head is very sad. Very, very, very sad. Unfortunately, that guy, Ekbo, or whatever he's called, at the age of 48, you never get one PK. It's very sad, bro. 11 years, less minus 11 years out of your 48 years, that means you were about 37, right? You were 37 since you've been with this cocoyam. It's crazy, man. This is crazy. Very, very crazy. 37 was not too bad. you know, to start a life. But you allow this whole thing to happen. You know, you don't see this video before you marry this.
Have good sex with the wife. When you have constant sex with your wife, when you then knock your wife steady, it dey relieve frustration. Even if you no get money, even if things never arrange the way it's supposed to arrange, there's a certain happiness that comes with it. Oh, what? I don't know wetin they do this men. My wife, she too dey nag, she too dey complain, she too dey this sometimes.
So, Ekbo, you don't see this video. You don't do research before you marry this woman. Were you not aware that she was once married to one or two men before you marry him? Why did you find out? How did the marriage ended? What was the circumstances surrounding that marriage? Why
They will
it
come for you
ended?
now. Okay, they will come for you now.
Why did you find out? Oh, listen, you have to do research before jumping into some kind of things. If you want to do business with human being, do research. If you want to buy landed property, do research. If you want to buy a property, do research. If you want to engage in any kind of thing, do research. Don't just jump on it because you are excited.
Naija watch.
Hold on, sir. Yes, sir. Quickly.
You go say, especially for those women who don't marry, where they divorce, you must do underground and great grandfather research.
All right. It's just hold on. Mr. Alabo, you are calling in. Mr. Alabo.
Yes, Naija watch.
Yeah, good evening to you, sir. You say?
Yes, I'm calling you. Black Panther still they talk.
Nobody is talking. Talk to us. If somebody they talk, why I go pick your call? Now you they watch us for gadgets. Talk, please.
Calm down.
Show where that gadget, I beg. You are still very slow in response.
Okay, if not, let me call you back. I don't know if it is network.
No, call back. Join the panel. Not call again. Go on. If I go and sleep, my friend, go to bed.
All right, what I was trying to say, I listened to you. That video when you talk about Naija watch.
Oh, we are hearing your TV. We are hearing everything. Mr. Alabo, you are not ready, please. You are messing up the flow of this broadcast. If you are ready, come to the panel. I appreciate every one of you right there. We need to move on right now. Let's start talking. It's very unfortunate that this man ended up like this. Although there is still hope. My grandfather, he last born at the age of 79. Last born of the family. So
your grandfather get power.
Yes, so last born, he born last born at the age of 79. So
that man they laugh them well.
So you can still there's still hope. It's just that the only difference is that you allow a whole 11 years to just go like that. You have done research. There are good women who have married before, who have children before, that can still be the best ever. But you don't do research, because now only one research for do about this cocoyam head. You for know say this cocoyam can never be good in any way. These are the kind of cocoyam when you plant mango, what you are now reaping will not be apple or bread. You not be reaping bread, and you plant mango. You say that this is the definition of the cocoyam where you go marry, my brother. It's very, very sad. Some people say that love. Some people say that backwardness. Some people say that, anyway, as if you are not in the position, you don't mock people, but God forbid, I can never, in fact, I will never be in a position like this. Even in fact, no contact personal. God forbid. As a man, let me say it right now. Even though you are married right now, you are listening to me right now. The day you know your wife change her attitude and start possessing some satanic set of attitude in a matrimonial home, observe her. 1, observe her. 2, observe her. 3, and call her to questioning. If there's no responses, no change, tell her, may go meet papa and mama. Now me talk him. I know you take him back. You bring that kind of yeti. Tell them, go and meet your papa and your mama. I mean, you want to use all this kind of satanic attitude, darkness attitude to send to early grave. Don't you know this thing can lead to, oh, nothing said that only when the woman open mouth say insult man, 9 man take the verse. If you have a wife that is showing some kind of attitude, they call that attitude silent killer. It is called silent killer attitude. In fact, I don't want to go there. If you notice these things, you call them, you talk to them. 1, you call them, you talk to them. 2, you call them, you talk to them. 3, send that back in. Get out. Get out. You don't deserve to be here. If not bride price, take it back. Say, bring that kind of rubbish. If not, you'll die like goat, like chicken tomorrow. She go move on and remarry. Woman go get issue with husband. You'll go sleep. The next day, you continue with that satanic issue. Instead of we to sort it out the same day before going to bed. My mama, they tell me all the time. He say it's not a good thing for husband or wife to go to bed with issues. Sort it out. Then you can't get one year woman. Can they tell you say, I don't understand Swahili. Speak the language that I understand. Or get out. Say, bring that rubbish. They never born you as a woman to show me some kind of satanic attitude. You can't talk about it. You can't address it. You are not ready. You are killing me silently. And you want me to say, in the name of marriage, you talk. If in case you don't know, the most hypocritical people in the world are your friends, your family members. Whatever you are facing in your marriage, when you talk to them, let me tell you how they normally respond. I don't want to use my name to make example. Mr. David, no marriage, no home is perfect. So just take it easy. Don't worry. God will perfect it for you guys. No home is perfect. They are hypocrites. They have the right thing to say. They don't want to say it. They want you to languish. They don't want to say it because they know say, now marriage matter. I have to be careful what I go talk. Everybody surrounding you are hypocrite when it comes to you having issue in your marriage. Then what do? Don't rely on anybody. Observe. 1, observe. 2, observe. 3, take decision. Simple. Take decision. Who should be? Okay, I have to manage because of the children. I have to manage because of. Manage what? You'll die. Your wife go marry. In fact, the day when they bury you, now the side boyfriend go to use on the rob and yash. The press a blow journal. The day when they bury you so. Try it. Don't be joke I did for you. Not to say sometimes they add comedy to what they talk for. This is the realism of the life of most men. You see a koro eye. You can't go meet one pastor. The pastor come to tell you, say, let's pray. Don't worry. I will pray for your home. Now, there's a popular saying that those that put on the shoe knows where they pain them. Not because they talk them. Not because they talk them. Now you wear shoe, you go to talk to one pastor.
Yes, so.
Now me wear shoe. You say, my God, they meet Margarita may advise me. My go meet my mama may advise me. My go meet my papa may advise me. Now me no get the shoe they pay me. Margarita will only tell you, don't worry, God will do it. My mama go only say, you see that all the time I spend with your father, you have to be patient too. That's what she will say. Now me wear shoe. I will take the decision. I will throw you out of the house. Get out. What do you bring that thing? We have one life to live. The definition of a good wife is a wife that brings the issue up and address it. If you were wrong as a man, you apologize. oh, honey, I didn't see it from this perspective. I'm truly sorry. That night, she go even go, maybe the around 10 or 11, she go kitchen again, go fry better goat meat or snail. Una come put on Netflix. Una come wash and go reach around 2 before una sleep. Life have moved on. Then you don't want to talk about it? You want to kill me silently? You'll be thrown out. You'll be thrown out. So I blame this boy. When I don't know if he call you boy, you be a pa now. You say you are 48. I blame this man. I blame you. 11 years. All the signs, they were there. They were there, bros. You carry your friend. I carry two car go airport. We can't go receive her. Hey, a pa Ozuo. You be Ozuo.
Love is blind now.
Can you hear love with that?
Love is blind.
Can you hear love with that? I know anybody can be a victim, but there are some things. 11 years is just too much, bro. It's too much. You just waste everything just like that. In the name of, for this cocoyam. This cocoyam, now you waste everything for. Eh? This one. Where me they see for screen, so. This cocoyam. Epa. They'll carry you go one place for Luku, when they go wash your head where. Because you be waiting with the see, not be waiting you they see.
Where they go clean the head.
I beg you. Let's start talking, man. I appreciate every one of you. And God bless you now. You know, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Let's start talking. Thank you. The first person on the panel today is Mother Rita. Mother Rita, please talk to us. It's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Elvis. How you doing? Good afternoon, Adama, my sister. Good afternoon, Mr. F. Emmanuel, our in-law, Abdul Malik, a Black Panther, and King Emeka. Good afternoon, everybody. My lovely mommy. You know I love you so much. I'm still your baby girl. And greetings to everybody in the comment section. Kingsley, Johnson Emmanuel. I wish Johnson Emmanuel was here. Divine Cross. Stella Peter, Vitus Quebelem, Clemento Coley, Timi Alaibe, Scholastica. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here. Debsy as well. I know Abuazi is there as well. So greetings to everybody. I apologize if I didn't mention your name. Don't take it personal. This is a very serious issue, and I don't think I have a lot of time to speak. But I'm just going to start here. Today is a great day. Today is Thursday, 23rd. 2026, and it's a great day. Okay, I'm just going to put politics aside, you know, and I'm really happy, Mr. Elvis. Thank you so much for bringing this topic, and I think I'm just going to channel my energy to this topic and just put politics aside. Perhaps maybe another time I'll probably talk about politics if the time permits. But there's one thing I'm trying to streamline my mind to. Everything that I'm saying and everything that has been played here today will be based on the narrative of Mr. Robert Ekbo and the little snippets from, you know, the response from his ex-wife, Mayowa. And I can still call him his wife because according to him, they haven't returned the bride price. And of course, the opinions of others. But I want to make something... I want to open a consciousness. Let me not make it something clear because I'm not going to tell anybody what to say or how to feel. But this is the consciousness that we need to be aware of. If you have never been in a situation like this or any other situation, it is not good to make your comments definitive in such a way that is the watermark, or that is something that has been etched in stone, and that is how it's supposed to be. The reason why I say so is life is unpredictable and life is very dynamic. If you might have your personal opinions about divorcees, you might have a personal opinion about women who are so-called alpha women, or you might have a personal opinion about women who are very opinionated, or or it actually goes both ways. But I see from most of the narrative, it's usually based on towards going against what Mayowa supposedly did. So I'm trying to raise your consciousness to, I'm sure another story will come like this. It's going to be reverse. It's going to be the woman talking her own story and to be similar to Mr. Robert Ekbo. And I know many of you who are listening, you've had friends, both male and female, especially female, who have gone through the same thing and men has caused them pain. I know most of you know. I know most of you know, because it's not a new story. It's so common. It's so common. And one thing I always advise, and there's a lot of people who come to Canada, they send their wives and children for years to come to Canada, and they're in Nigeria or in another country. And eventually, years after, when the man comes now, you know, that connection is lost. It's not, I would say 90% of the time, because it's not all the time. Let me even, 90 might be too much. I would say maybe 70% of the time, the marriage will never be the same again. You know, long distance kind of marriage. But I've had friends who've had parents, the father was a soldier, or he worked as an ambassador or something. His job takes him about 6 months or even 2 years away, and they come back. Both couples, they have an understanding, and as the children grow up, they have an understanding, okay, because of my dad's job, this is it, this is that. And you know, when they retire, they're living together and everything is fine. So it works for some people, but majority of the time, it doesn't work for some people. And that is our reality of life. That's the reality of life. What you think might not function for you, other people, they have proven that it worked for them. So it kind of depends on the individual. It depends on the individual. And it depends on if both of them are striving for the same star. If they are both striving on the same star and they're in tandem with that process, even if you separate them, they're still together because both of them are on the same, then they are tandem with each other going forward to something achievable. But sometimes human nature, some people can be deceptive. When they get something and after they've gotten it, then they change, or like, you know what, I've gotten what I wanted now, maybe this is time to move. So the process in which they move on, whether it could be a good process or it could be a bad process that could cause friction, life hatred, or just sort of division. And along the way, people get hurt in such a process. Going back, I want to kind of focus on the legal aspect of what happened. First of all, I think it was foolish that Mayowa responded. Even with that letter from her representative, I was laughing. And and the reason why I was laughing is because it was deliberately written because of, in the process of maybe immigration, United States, ICE, they might see it. They want to see if she responded. So she had to respond because of her paper. And there's something she wrote there. She said, you know, that the marriage was dissolved prior to May 2005. That's why I said that letter was deliberate. However, it was foolish. Why did I say so? Many Nigerians who live in Nigeria, even if you notice from Glitch Studios, when he was talking about how she did arranging marriage, Daddy Freeze kept quiet about that aspect because he knows. Many Nigerians, the other people, they don't understand what it is when people do arranging marriage abroad. But Daddy Freeze understood, he kept quiet because he knew, like, oh my God, what this guy is saying is actually going to affect this girl's documents. And it's so true. If innocent people who like this guy and don't like her responses, they may take it upon themselves. Mr. Robert Ekpo might not even be aware, and they'll go to ICE office, they will play this video, they will play this clip, they will show all the old videos, and she's in trouble. And guess what? One thing we need to understand, I am talking from experience and knowledge. If you do traditional marriage in Africa, Europe, and North America, they recognize that as marriage. I'm repeating. If you do traditional marriage, I'm not adding church or registry now. Traditional marriage, even if you don't do registry or if you didn't go to church or whatever, traditional marriage is called customary marriage, is recognized as a legal binding document or as a legal process of marriage in North America, that is US and Canada and Europe. I can't really be definitive on Europe, but I am speaking for North America now. So if Mayowa thinks that there's nothing in the registry in Nigeria, or there's no church wedding, it was traditional that they did. So she went further and just bullshit the guy and marry and think, oh, I'm okay, she's wrong. You can see she has implicated herself. And even if she wrote that letter to sort of debunk that kind of thing, to say prior to May 2025, the marriage was dissolved and you're aware of it, it's not covering anything. because they need to see either a letter from customary court in Nigeria dissolving the traditional marriage, or they actually see videos, clips, showing that you actually went to physically return the bride price. You are still legally married, Mayowa, and that is a breach of, immigration constitution in North America. You are in deep shit. You are in deep shit. And that's why I said she is foolish to even respond. And then Robert Ekpo was not, he didn't even understand the consequence of what he was saying. And I know that's why Daddy Freeze was quiet on that aspect. He didn't want to talk because this guy, no. In fact, the other Nigerians don't know the implications. So that's why I'm just going to educate you guys now. Traditional marriage is recognized as legal in North America. So if you are married in Nigeria, traditional marriage, and even if you don't do court or church, if somebody and you want to marry somebody here, it's illegal, and it's illegal. Just know this now. It's illegal as long as you have not shown anything proving from the dissolution from customary court of Nigeria or some sort of proof that the bride price has been returned. You are still married to that person. You are still married to that person. So that has been established. Now, for her responses, she has not established that they were still married. Why she was saying, oh, I moved on, or she has already established that for immigration and or the investigation. She has established that. Her old videos, that's why be careful what you post on social media. Her old videos of when they were married, I saw everything now. Even if they remove everything, they can use the Freedom of Information and Privacy Protection Act to acquire all those videos from X, from Facebook, and from Instagram. They can get all those things. Even if you cancel or you dissolve the what they call it, your social media page, everything can be retrieved. When they action that Freedom of Information Act, they action it, they will give them those pictures, comments, videos, anything you've ever posted, even if it's through Glitch Africa or Wazobia FM, the comment you were making while they can get all those details. And you know what, Mayowa? It can take 1 year, 2 years. They may just be investigating you quietly. That's one fact. Second one, you have not told them that you married somebody with RNG. That is a breach on its own already. If anybody who is an immigration lawyer, you know what I'm talking about. You have lied, because when you're signing those documents, you are signing that every information you have given to them is the authentic one. Then the person that she got married for the RNG, that person is also in trouble. Because if that person wasn't born in America, or if that person wasn't born, they will now investigate how that person got their paper. You see the ripple effect? You see the ripple effect? And then now she purchased a house. Under what name? How did she get the money for that short period of time? So it's opening a can of worms. Mr. Robert Ekpo has nothing to lose. He's in Nigeria. He's in his habitat. He's working. He's earning his money. Wayowa is making instances of poop, making instances of who is smelling. I look like an angel when I wear yellow. I'm making snide comments. She's foolish. That is not an alpha woman. That is a woman who is damaged. That's a woman who has issues. I am not going to even judge her for whatever issues that she needs to deal with from her past. When you have somebody who is a serial, they call them, there's a name, they call people who marry multiple times, and if they see they don't get what they got from a guy, they move to the next, without no feelings and all that. There's something happening there. And I'm not saying this to judge her. There's obviously something happening there. The bad part about it is that your victims are left hurt and broken. I don't know which Nigerian comedian that said something. He said he was referring to, maybe from what he experienced, or maybe he just heard a recent story. This was like last year or something. I was listening to it, and he said, please, men, he was begging men, please, if you know you are a damaged man, if you know you have issues, please, I dey beg una, don't marry an innocent woman and further damage her. Fix yourself. Fix yourself. I don't know why he made that statement. I don't know. So that's why when people like King Kemeka make that statement of, oh, a woman who is divorced, it means she was not able to hold her home, I laugh. That sounds like an infantile statement, because you seem to sound like someone who hasn't seen life. You haven't seen life. You just you cast aspersions, you make judgment on just the woman. I say a woman who is divorced. Like seriously, it's mind-blowing. When I hear statements like that from an adult, it's mind-blowing, because it seems like, so this one never see life. You just judge and you see a woman who's divorced or who maybe she has children, she's a single mother. You don't even know the circumstances. You already judge her like she's unfit. Oh, my child will never marry that kind of person. Oh, that is your opinion. But you are saying your child will never marry such a person because you already have, you know, a kind of mindset about women who are in that situation. But you forget something. There are men who married these women. There are men who has damaged these women. There are men who has caused pains to these women and even the children, if children were involved. But you cast judgment on the woman alone. There's a problem there with somebody with such a mindset. Maybe you're traumatized from something that happened in the past or an experience from a friend or family member or even you know, and then you make that judgment. You haven't seen life. When you talk that, it sounds very immature. With all due respect to you, sir, it sounds very, very immature. Very, very immature. And it's
I don't know why you are referring to me.
I feel like
because 67% of second marriages end up in divorce.
I don't know.
73% of third marriages end up in divorce. So why would people be so stupid to go and meet a divorcee?
Nobody is stupid, Mr.
You are,
Anybody
who is going to meet a divorcee is stupid. When 67% of second marriages end up in
very
divorce.
wrong. I don't know why you got that.
It's not Barbarian. It is we live in abroad. It's there. 73% of third marriages end up in divorce. 67% of second marriages end up in divorce. So if you know this, you now go into and meet somebody who is divorced.
Please, Emeka, if you don't listen to me on today's broadcast, if I call you once, you did not listen, I'll put you on backstage for 15 minutes.
Mr. Elvis, it seems like you want to target me and it's not fair. If somebody is calling me, that person is inviting me to respond. No, Mr. Elvis, I must plead my case. If you call me, you are inviting me to respond. If you call me, no, not my own time. If you call me, because I'm not going to call anybody. If you call me, it's an invitation to respond. So, Mr. Elvis, you have to warn them not to call me. If they call me, I have to respond. You can't call me, insult me, and try and make me want to keep quiet. Mr. Elvis, no, you have to set the table because it's now looking like you are targeting me. You have to set the borderline. If you call me, it's an invitation to respond. If you don't call me, I will not respond. If you
don't need to respond. You have a big point. Don't worry now.
Mr. Elvis, always notice anybody that don't call me, I don't respond. I will not talk to you.
Thank you. Margarita, round up. Thank you. We have lots of people on the panel.
I will not round up. We will fight here because I was making my.
We have more people waiting, Margarita. You don't talk for.
So that's why people should talk and tell me, make her to stop talking when I'm speaking. I'm sorry.
No, but you already talked 9 minutes before Emeka came in.
Okay, let me finish. Here. Okay, thank you very much.
You have 2 minutes more to round up.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, you know, as I was saying, the legal aspect, you know, there's a lot of implication. It's not just about, you know, what Mr. Robert Teko is feeling or what Madam Mayowa is feeling right now. And then also it seems as if it's like a Jerry Springer show. That's what I'm just watching, because it seems as if the guy who's a drummer in church in America, who even knows whether you know him and Mayowa made a deal and he's married for papers. If he said family is in Nigeria, you know, so it has now opened a can of worms. Like I said, it has opened something so big that it's not just about Robert Epo or Mayowa, it's also affecting other people. And if people take this to ICE and you know what's happening in America and Donald Trump, any little thing, even if you're an American citizen, your citizenship can be revoked. Yes, as long as you were not born there, your citizenship can be revoked. If people don't understand that, well, wake up and smell the coffee. Look at what's happening to the people that have relatives that you in the Iranian regime of Khomeini, and look at what's happening to their children. They're revoking their citizenship, even if they are lecturers or they are doing so well, anything legal in America, but they are revoking their citizenship. So you now, who was married under false pretense, you're lying to the American government, and you got your papers, and you had the audacity to come out to respond. You are a foolish woman. I'm sorry, but it's foolishness. You know, so we should also look at the legal aspect. You know, Mr. Elvis, you don't even need a petition. With all the videos and everything, it might take them 1 year or 2 years. Before you know it, my wife is back in Nigeria. She's back to what they call it, a car, or she will be back there. You know, so, you know, and I don't think Robert Epo knows the implication of even talking about that, you know, arranging marriage, because a lot of people are doing it. Some of you, your mothers were first married to somebody else before they even had you, with their second or even third husbands. Yes, it happened, you know, but your mother's your mother. You love your mother. You wouldn't judge your mother because you were not there. If you're an abusive marriage, when a person is abused, in fact, let me just Let me stop here because I know this topic is wide. Well, thank you very much. I just spoke about the legal aspect, but there are other things. Thank you, Mr. Elvis, for the opportunity. And Kikemeka, I wasn't insulting you.
Okay, Mother Rita, thank you very much. I know this is the part 1. Your part 2 later, everywhere goes scatter for this platform. I don't already know. And I like it because everybody is learning from each other's here. Black Panther, please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Hello, Anja, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I never knew I was number 2 on the list. Thank God. I want to say thank you for what you're doing and what you will still do, because we know everything that comes from you is always positive. Just keep it like that. That is the way it's supposed to be. But we know some kind of things might happen on the way. Don't let those things change your positivity. Just keep it on. I want to thank Mommy in the diaspora. May God bless you, Mommy. Thank you for giving us your son. This is a full, well-bred, not intoxicated. This is the best of us. Mommy, I thank you. God will bless you. Because some people will keep them at home. They'll say, don't talk, don't talk, don't talk. But you gave it to the world so that the world can learn from the wisdom you put inside of him. May God bless you, Mommy. I want to thank everybody here. We are speaking according to the knowledge and the wisdom we have learned from. Emeka is speaking from his own personal conviction and knowledge. He might be very vulgar on it. Remember, we are African, we are not European. We must stick to our own laws, tradition, and way of doing things. Way of marriages, how our parents will look into the marriages, how our parents would investigate and know the family. That is the proper way to do it. But when we allow foreign tradition to intoxicate us, we begin to speak like them, then we have lost it all. We have lost it all. When we spoke that last time that this man has done something wrong by not looking at what was being shown to him. He was getting the signal, but his own antenna was dead. Because the white man told them that love is blind. Love is never blind. A man that lost his wisdom going to love, he's a madman. Yes, love is never blind. You have to open your eyes with your brain intact when you go into it. Don't let the enjoyment, don't let the beauty of it, don't let it take over your senses of reasoning. That is how we are created. We are created to dominate, not to allow the things of the world to dominate us, or the activities of men, or the beauties of this world to dominate us. That is how God created us. That is why we are the best among his creation. But when we lose it, we try to bring some ideal into us, we begin to lose everything. Lose everything. What Mr. Emeka said about marriages, that people that are divorced, the statistics is not good against them. The statistics is not good. It's not good. Not to come and divorce. It comes from both sides, but on the women's side, it's not good. Because there are so many things, there are so many factors that are hindering the women to be like a woman. Sometimes when I speak, I say our mothers, they were never intoxicated. They were behaving like a somebody. Margarita will tell me, oh, they don't have it talk. They don't. You know, when there's a bit talk now, look the way the world don't spoil. Look the way the world don't spoil. When they want to investigate who this woman be, you'll say it's the man, it's the parent want to investigate. You say it's in the hand of the person who want to marry him. For Bini, not be you they go marry. Now your parent they go marry the woman. Now your parent they go marry the woman. Now then go bring the bride pride. Not be you go bring him. Now then go bring him.
So that's why your parents must be involved to investigate properly. Even if they're divorced, they must know why he divorced the first wife, husband. You don't just carry her in, say because now they are in love.
God bless you.
Who born love?
God bless you.
Who born love?
God bless you
You're
very
in
well.
love,
You're
you bring
speaking
something
right.
that will kill their son because of love. We should be realistic here. We are not white people, or we are black. We have our own tradition, customs. We must follow it. That is what makes us good. That is why civilization came from us. Until they came to intoxicate it. And our brethren are following them blindly. I've always said this thing. Don't let us lose our tradition. We can refine it. It's the best in the world. You don't just see a woman on the roadside say you are in love without not knowing the like what they do here. You don't even know the father, the parent. You carry daughter to Alabama. You go and marry. Before you know, you born 2 children. Before you know it, they don't divorce. You say the man ain't kosa. Look, na be mumu. See this love for this place. Na mumu. Na mumu. They want all of them. It's not love. I've seen so many people go for this time, little time I don't do for US. I've seen so many people get married hurriedly out the tendency. Fear go let me not talk. I know they fit talk. I say this one, I go just postulate say this marriage not go last. And truthfully not go last because the signals are there, the factors are there. If something is done properly, you will get yourself into trouble. It's not a difficult thing to see. It is not God that created it. It is not God that made it to be like that. It is you that made it to be like that. Because you did not go through you don't go through proper way to do it. Everything has its way. Everything has its way. How to do it, how to make it work, everything has it. If you don't go through the normal channel to make it work, you get yourself into trouble. Okay, look at Nigeria. You were talking about how you're going to write petition, how you're going to do it. Already, everything Madam Rita said here today, if they carry this video, land for ice, table, oh, giddy. That woman is in trouble. That woman is coming back in Nigeria within 6 months. They don't need to go through many investigations. Just give us the picture. They'll call the parent. Call the man. Are you still legally married? Are the bride price giving back to you? He said, no, that's the end. Your customer marriage, your traditional marriage, it's what America recognize. They will ask you, make you bring that traditional marriage paper and picture for embassy. Those mean, if they don't see them, they're not going to give you any visa. But look at us. We dey throw our tradition. We think those people are not wise. They know that our tradition is thick. Any woman, because what we have now, they are no longer women. They are women that want to be like men. Women, stay your lane, must be a man. The world will be a better place. If we all are good to ourselves, the world will be a better place. If we stay on our lane, everything will be good. Our forefathers have done it. They've done it. They have little issue on it. But we, go and look at the rate of divorcee. Go and look at women cannot even endure for 2 years after marriage because there's no money. They think marriage is money. Look, the Bible says women are blessing. Our traditional people say women are blessing. Any woman who enter your house, trouble begin to enter. You know, say, wahala don't come. Now our tradition talk am. Not me talk am, not be Black Panther talk am. Now our tradition talk am. And if you look at it, it is true. A woman should not come to your house and become a tyrant. That is not a blessing. That is not a blessing. That is an issue. A woman is supposed to bring blessing to your house. And you are supposed to honor her as the blessing rests. But what do we have now? What do we have now? Women that we have now, they don't give regard to anything. Look at that one is talking. Women, if they want, they get sense past man. Look at the audacity that woman is making that kind of a useless noise. That women has has brain. There's a big plan, pass man. Look at what she's saying, which is wrong. No respect for anyone. She's just speaking. She doesn't know that she's even making the worst case for her client. Let this video get to homeland. You will see what's going to happen. I bet this video you don't already did yourself. Because I know any little opportunity, they go down. Yes. So I just want to thank you, Nigeria Watch. I just want to thank everybody. Let everybody vent out and speak the truth. Let us not be painting it with all this Oyibo doctrine. We know men are bad too. But the statistics, we should look at it. This one that we have now, we should look at it and speak the truth. Let us not rub it on anybody. You go lay the bed where you go lie put. If you not lay and well, you go lie for bare floor and it go trouble you. That is what I will speak today. Anytime you lay your bed, if you lay your bed where you go lie put, no man is perfect. But we should apply wisdom in everything we do to make it good for everyone to live in peace. And thank you for everything. I will speak more, but let everybody speak it out, the truth, the way it is. We should not be applying all this Oyibo thing. Your tradition speak this. Why are you relegating your tradition? Why? You want to be like a white man? Who told you can be like them? Who told you the hypothesis that they made is all the best? It's never the best.
All right.
It's never the best. Why the civilization come from you? Thank you, Nigeria. May God bless you.
Thank you very much. Huh? Today now, woto. Not be small thing. But meanwhile, Madam Adama, let's hear from you. Thank you very much, man. Good evening to you. Madam Adama, you're not there. We'll come back to you. I would like us to move on to the next person, which is Oga F. Emmanuel. Please talk to us, sir. Oga F. Emmanuel, you are not there. I'm moving on to the next person.
Nigel, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, Adama is here now.
Okay, Madam Adama, please talk to us. Thank you, man. We can hear you.
Okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to the panelists. Madam Rita, it's good to have you here. Black Panther, Emekande, one them. Niger Watch, thank you for everything you do. Abdul Malik, to Mommy Diaspora, thank you for everything you do, ma'am. We appreciate you. Mr. Elvis, more grace to your elbow. We appreciate everything you're doing. And thank you for always, for creating this platform where we can come and express ourselves, express our opinion. Now, with that being said, Jesus Christ, I watched the video. And after watching this video, there were three things I want to highlight. And one of the things I want to highlight is this one. I said that the first time I aired my own opinion on this matter. If you're going to marry someone and like japa or relocate to the diaspora, please, both of you as a couple should sit each other down and talk about these things. What do I mean? Relocation is not something for the faith of heart. It's not something you just wake up and do because you trust your husband, you trust your wife, you do this thing. For someone like me, I cannot stay away from my spouse or my partner for too long. I'm not that, like, I can't. That's just me. Even if he's in the army, if I marry someone in the army, anything, that's just the kind of woman I am. I believe in caring for my man. I want to know what is going on with him. I want to make sure my physical presence is there because I believe this thing called marriage. Marriage is not something where one person needs to be sleeping outside of the house and the other person is sleeping in the main house. I don't believe in those kind of things. And for those people that have found themselves in that situation, I don't know how you guys do it, but if you want to come in and share your experience, I want to learn. Why do I say that? Here in America, if you want to come in and stay, and you're not coming in as even if you're coming in as a student, I know there's something called I-20. Other than that, or a visiting visa where your job is relocating your stuff like that, you have to make sure you need to talk about how are you going to get your paper? How are you going to get your work permit, your social security, your driving license, a form of ID? Because guess what? Immigration has really, really changed. If you live a very flamboyant life back home and you're very comfortable with where you are, I would suggest you stay back home. Don't come here. Because guess what? Diaspora, America, Canada, London is not I've stayed in UK. I lived in I visited Canada a little bit, but where I can speak from is America. America is not a place where you can come in and everything will start working. You have to have everything figured out. Your form of ID, social security, work. I've said something. If you're a banker and you have a banking position that is back home, trust me, those things are not going to be recognized here. Why do I say that? Because everything, you need to go brush up yourself. You need to go like improve yourself, because the truth is our degrees are not recognized. Some of our degrees are recognized. It depends on the field you are in. But most times our degrees are not recognized here in America because they've made this reference that you can go anywhere in Nigeria and buy a certificate. And it's true. If you want to be honest, it is true. People can buy things these days. Take, for instance, the man we have in the office, our president, anything about his degree, I can't say that much about it, but to each his own. Now, my brother that did this interview, I don't like washing my dirty
Sorry,
linens.
Madam. Madam Adama. Elizabeth, Bikono.
Go
I just
ahead.
want to correct this impression. Our degrees are actually recognized, but you have to go through an international accreditation organization, such as WES, right? The United States recognize it.
So
Other Western countries do.
I'm speaking from the part of medicine.
Oh,
You
with
cannot be a doctor.
medicine, they would recognize it, but not only just medicine, there are also other skills and other profession where you will still, that is highly regulated, right? You still have to go through their licensing process. You still have to go take up more professional courses. Even in their banking here, you still have to register, you still have to read up, you understand? So it's because it is regulated, like insurance
Yes.
company, right? You must be registered, you must be licensed as an insurance agent. If it's banking, you must go through the financial, whatever the name they call it in the United States. If as a stockbroker, same thing, similar thing. For occupations that are highly regulated, right? You must go through their licensing process for you to practice. But if it's in terms of educational credentials, they are recognized.
Thank you so much, Emeka, for correcting that. Now, the aspect I'm coming in for is medicine. If you're a doctor back home, you cannot come here and practice in America. You have to take there's an exam you have to take. Then you start as a resident. I don't care what position you are. You cannot come. I've seen like we have so many people. So that's the part I'm speaking from. And Emeka, thank you for doing that correction. So with that being said, I didn't like that he shared would I have advised my brother to go to Honest Bunch and do an interview? No. I would have advised my brother we'll do a meeting, we'll figure out how to send her packing, call her parents, and let's do the needful. I don't believe in airing my dirty laundries outside. And I have a question for our panelists. He kept saying he's a Calabar boy. I don't know. What does that mean? I'm a Calabar boy. I'm a Calabar boy. Is there something about Calabar men? Are their dick larger than other ethnicity? So can someone, sorry, Nigeria Watch as the moderator, maybe you need to educate us on that because he kept saying he's a Calabar boy. That part I didn't quite understand. But with this woman coming out now and saying she's going to sue for defamation of character, my sister, let me advise you if you're listening to us, you're not going to win any lawsuits. Let's start with one. The person you're suing is broke. Two, he's heartbroken. He's not normal. And you two that married him, you knew he wasn't normal. So both of you were made for each other. Something attracted you to, for two of you to come together and say, we're going to do this thing, and it didn't work out. You had your plans. As soon as you came here, the connection of just flew out like this, bam. And he was sending money from you from Nigeria. I mean, there are a lot of things you did for me as a woman is a red flag. How can you be in America, someone in Nigeria is sending money to you? Dollar is higher than Nigeria. Like, there's a lot of things you did wrong. And I want to ask you, and I want to plead with you, if you're listening to us, please do me a favor. Stop doing all this interview and all this video you are doing and laughing and this. This could be your brother. This could be your cousin. This could be anybody. And you are married. I don't know if that man that is sleeping next to you, do you think he doesn't see all these things? Like, I don't know what people do when you're doing these things. Please have conscience. Like, don't think about yourself. Think about the people that are involved in this thing that it may affect. As for him, please, this man is not healed, though. He keeps saying he's healed, he's healed. He's not. He needs to go for therapy. He needs to go for serious therapy. And he needs to surround himself with people that love him and tell him the truth. He needs to. And he needs to stay away from dating any woman for at least a year. He needs to heal. He needs to, because any woman that he's going to be with now, he's going to take out the frustration, everything, everything out on this woman. And he needs to figure out who he is as a man. Because at the end of the day, something is not making sense here. And for our brothers who are criticizing him, calling him weak and whatever, until my last word on that issue is, until you find yourself in this predicament or something similar to it, we all, including me, Adama, do not know how I will react. But please, let's tone down the criticism, because guess what? He's hurting and he's speaking from a place of pain. So if you have nothing nice to say, please just keep your mouth mute. Because like I said, if you do this to my brother, my son, I will treat your fuck up. I'm not one I don't play when it comes to people I love. Oh, I don't play. I don't care who you are. I will treat your fuck up. At the end of the day, men bleed red just like every other human being. If you know you are not interested in being a wife or in being under a man, don't waste anybody's time. Please do your women empowerment, all this thing that you believe in. Do it by yourself, because guess what? Being a single woman is not a curse. So it's not every woman is meant to be married. Neither every woman meant to be mom. At the end of the day, please let us calm down our criticism with him, because he's hurting. And my concern is, I don't know if he's suicidal. Look at the way he's looking. And at the end of the day, he's speaking from a place of pain. Thank you, Nigeria Watch. That's all I have to say for now.
Madam Adama, thank you very much for that submission. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, Black Panther, please off your camera. I don't know what you show us for there. If you don't hear me, I'll put you on the backstage. Thank you. All right. I appreciate you all. Press on the like, help us to share. Also press on the $sign. Please encourage what we do here. I appreciate every one of you. Also remember that we have a donation that is currently, or rather contribution that is currently going on, over the solar. In case you want to be part of it, the account number is right there on the screen. Please do your part by encouraging us, support what we do here. I would like to quickly call on my brother Abo Azi, to take this record if you are there. We have somebody who sent in 10,000 naira. There's no name, just put it there as anonymous. 10,000 naira. Abo Azi, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Guys, do your part. I don't really want to spend time on this so that I don't use it to disrupt this flowing debate, or rather conversation. Thank you. Okay, let me call on Emeka. King Emeka, please talk to us. Good evening to you, sir. 8 minutes.
Evening, Mr. Evis, and good evening, everyone, panelists and listeners, and wherever you are. And good evening to you.
Mr. Najawa was here before you now.
I just want to, sorry, don't be angry, please.
No, because I'm not here before him. You are here, you are the next. How can you be here before him? I'm seeing you, but I'm seeing you. Why, Mr. Emeka?
Yeah, to my sister, Madam Ada, I would just seek your apology because I really do not have anything nice to say to Robbie, and I would explain the reason why. My friend here in Canada is a family lawyer. That is his job, and because we are very close, he decided to share specific things with what he has been saying. He gets to talk. We will just rub minds. We were friends even before he got his license. And I would say I have seen, in short, all type of weak men, not just, but majorly from Nigeria anyway, because of, our affiliation to where we come from. But I've seen them from different countries, different races and nationalities. Weak men are horrible. I will be honest. I know what I'm saying. At least if I have not, and okay, let me just explain myself. And because of my proximity, my closeness to him, he was the one that now decided to start sending these men because many of them, they like some of them just like this now, suicidal, like what Madam Ada was saying, suicidal, can't walk. I know someone who lost his job, another who in the process lost his job, got another job, lost that same job because they cannot focus, they can't move on. The trend and pattern and consistency that I see is that these men cannot make decisions and do not want to move on. Many of them were actually personal friends. That was why we started discussing, and then we now pivoted. Okay, once you see that you are not making action, he's telling you to do something legally and you're not doing it. Say, okay, go and see this man, go and see this man. And that is where they come to me, and the pattern is consistent. I'll go to Robbie because it's the topic of the day. A man chooses his wife. It is men that initiate marriage, not women. So my business is not more with Mayowa. I might only want to criticize her because during the course of the marriage, she acted in a way that, that seems very strange and riddled with wickedness. But a man chooses your wife. And I keep saying it, men are, when you make mistakes, it is very expensive. The society just don't give a damn about you because you are supposed to demonstrate some level of reasoning, dexterity, and maturity. And again, if you say you want to be the leader of your household, you must show that ability and competence. How can men be? And you see from time to time and time again, recklessness in choosing wives. One of the most pertinent decisions in your life, men exhibit recklessness and stupidity in choosing a wife. Many of them, like we discussed the last time, and you hear it over there, say, oh, she has big bum. Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, this and that. Even some who say, oh, she comes from a good family. That is a good, yeah, when I ask that person, say, hey, my parents were, you will see that this person understands a little bit of marriage. Because when you are married, you are not just only marrying the woman. You are also marrying those she has relationship with. And that includes her family and friends, and even those who can influence her decision during the course of the marriage. You have to know those people. You must implement risk management mechanisms and controls in place. You must do risk assessment. That is the risk assessment is going to know her family. You must outline all those things. Somebody who told you that she was divorced, and then in the interview you say that she was divorced twice. What the hell is wrong with you, Robbie Epo? Where the statistics are shown that third marriages always end up in divorce. 75% of it. Because this is somebody who has not demonstrated commitment in a marriage. Not once, not twice. And now you're even the third person.
So why would you go and put your head there? And you call yourself a man. You say you are reasonable. Even you did not even know the names of the individuals she married. You did not even go and interview them to act. Because nobody is going to come to tell you bad things about themselves. They're not going to tell you that. I think she even did him a favor to tell him that she was once divorced. But you didn't go to do your due diligence. You didn't go to do your check. It's the same thing as men who are going to marry single mothers. That is the most stupid thing. I'm so grateful for my father who taught me how to choose a wife. And said, don't go and lay egg where there are other eggs. Start your family brand new. He was every week when he was alive, having those discussions. If they don't tell you, I can understand that young men don't know, but they must tell you. That's why you go to your fathers, or you go to somebody, a man who has done it before and who will influence you. But you hear stupid things from men, and they say they are men, and then they start to justify nonsense. What are you justifying? The things I hear, especially from weak men, and you're looking at them, you deserve the punishment. Women punish weak men consistently. That's what I say. And it's not just me saying it. I have seen it. At least I've seen it and recording it as evidence from cases, 26 cases. They will punish you. Women will punish you if you are weak. And you will suffer for it. So when, yes, it's painful to hear him say all these things, Robbie, but he made the mistake for himself. He's the architect of his fate. Now they are suing him. Why is that woman suing him? Because the woman knows he's a weak man. He won't do anything. He doesn't have money. He doesn't have the resources. He's a weak man. But I noticed that some men are now encouraging him. They've countersued now. And in that countersuit, they put a threat to her immigration status. Now she will look at it and say, oh, this man is not responding. But she will say it is not the man. It is people, because I know. A friend of mine, let me not go into personal stories, but weak men are a disgrace to manhood. To be honest, I have dealt with them that it is irritating. It is good to just kill them, let them die and go. Because these people don't make decisions. They embarrass men. They make I see those qualities of those men in Robbie. That's why I was irritated, because it was a reflection of what I went through. Personal pains, trying to make this man do something. To the point that you will see them, they just want their wife back. The wife that is punishing you, you still want her back. And you're like, what the hell is wrong with you? I almost slapped my friend because of it. What the hell is wrong with you? Can't you move on? When there are so many women everywhere, what is in that? Something, okay, you've been married to her for 10 years or 11 years. 11 years of wrinkled skin and poo that is already, the elasticity of the poo is already gone. So what do you want to go there and do? So obviously, I don't pity Robbie. He created this problem. So he should lay on the bed that he created for himself. Weak men should, in short, let me stop here.
Okay, Mr. Emeka, thank you, sir. Thanks for your submission. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you, everyone. Right. Yes, ma'am.
So there's something that Mr. Emeka has to retract. They're saying that, in fact, maybe he didn't listen to himself. That, in fact, such men, they should buy them. You don't promote such things in this panel that people hear. If it's not money, don't even.
Okay, I'm not promoting that. Please, I can retract that. I'm retracting it. Let me retract it. Yes, let me retract it because yes. Let me retract. Let me retract it because you see why I'm reacting this way is because 3 of my friends, similar thing. I saw them in Robbie. So the pattern is just consistent. So by retract is, I was just emotional because of them. They're time wasters, but they're to hurt with them, more of them, man.
Thank you.
Emeka, can
Thank
I
you.
ask you a question? Can I ask Emeka a question, please? Emeka, please, You've been so harsh on this guy. You've not said anything about the woman. Please, if this guy was your friend, guy, tell me what you would tell her. He's
I'm
in
the first.
pain.
I'm telling you, my three of my personal friends. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not joking. I swear to my father who is dead and my mother who is dead. I am telling you, I will slap you, I will abuse you, I will curse you out because that was what I did. So my business is not with the women. You are supposed to be a leader in your home. You are the one who chose her. Why did you not do your due diligence? Okay, you have made the mistake. So why did you not put controls in place?
Emeka, but this thing you're saying,
Let me
I
move
feel
on.
like you're being a little. Listen, let's be honest. Listen, love is a beautiful thing, and if you find a man that is over,
Marriage is not all about love. Marriage is a social
marriage is
construct.
not about love.
Marriage
Then
is
what
a
is marriage
social.
about?
Let me explain. Marriage is a social construct that is acceptable by the society in which we come together to create a family. That is what society has agreed. It's a social construct. They did not take your vows. You swore a vow before God. See, we don't understand marriage. Marriage is a spiritual thing and a physical thing because you have physical witness and God was invited into your marriage where you were swearing in sickness and in health, in wealth and in poverty. Till death do you part.
All right, let's move
It
on.
was
Let's
not
move
in
on.
love and in happiness.
More people
So
waiting.
people just don't. When people do not, that's why I say when somebody has not demonstrated commitment in a marriage, don't get yourself involved. You are only going there to kill yourself.
Emeka, you have a point. Just look, Melembe.
Let me move on. All right, Abdul Malik, thank you very much. The reason why you thought you were the first, Emeka came into the panel on the backstage before you. I accepted you before him. I was waiting for him to on his own camera. But when you put both of you here, the system will position everybody as soon as first stage join backstage. Okay, talk to us, Abdul Malik.
No,
Good evening to you.
it is okay. It is okay, my Nigeria Watch. Yeah, good evening, Mr.
Thank you.
Nigeria Watch. Good evening, everybody in the panel. Good evening, Nigeria. TINUBU seek approve of fresh loan, $516 million to construct Badagry Sokoto Road. That is not the essential need. That is not what we need for now in Nigeria. Why is it that only road they are constructing? They are borrowing money to seek for constructing of road. They say they don't have light. How many weeks, how many months now? There is no light in Nigeria. Why can't you borrow money to improve the light, to boost the electricity, than to borrow money to construct Badagry Sokoto Road? This is not essential need. I don't know how this government their faculty of thinking is very low. Because if you don't think well, you will not get what you want. Yeah, that is how it is in economics. They say they don't have light, how many weeks, how many months. But you don't even care about that. You are seeking $516 million, right? That is not a small money. Even that one can post even how many gigabytes in light, how many watts. They can that one can improve our light. But they will not do that because deliberately they know what they are doing. They just want Nigerian citizens to be blind so that they cannot see. Yeah, that is all they want. Yeah, that is what I see there is deliberately. They don't want everybody to see that country. Because when there is no light, how can you know what is going on? You don't have information. Yes, you don't know what is going on. It's close to your people close to your next community. You don't know. That's why most of the Nigerian cities they don't know what is going on. Yes, you see, Mr. Egini, Mike Egini, he said something. He exposed the INEC, the electoral reform. What is ruining me? Almost 2-3 days, right? But now there is no protest. Everybody just quiet about the issue. They don't even take it serious. But if BDM is online now, they will say BDM is manipulation or distraction. But it's not online, right? But still, there is nothing happen. But me, even that words, I don't really understand that word. Some people say they will speak English, they don't know the meaning of the English.
Okay, Abdul Malik, you don't mute yourself.
Hey, sorry for that. How can one person be distracting almost 200 million people? Does that make sense to you? It doesn't make sense to me. But till now, there's no protest. The man break down how the new electoral reform is look like. At least they are according to him. Politicians may print their own bylaw, paper to polling unit. Imagine. That one they even show that one the rigging is done already. Yeah, it's done and dusted. That's why APC they really have confidence that they will win the election, no matter how the opposition party they're prepared. Because the electoral reform is not normal. But now there is nobody on the street. You see, I don't know how they will get it right 2027 because it belongs to the citizen. The power belongs to them. If they don't do what is right, things will continue happen like this. Look at 3 days back, what happened in Benin Express Lagos Road, which kidnapped by almost how many people in the bus, adopt how many and kill the driver. Abduct 16 people and by the driver. Even the bloggers, although they don't carry those things, all they do is to one person is distracting you, but what is necessary, you don't talk about this. How can one person distract you? Some of them don't know what they are doing in that country. They are the problem toward that country. Because most of the news, they don't make it go viral. Because they are selected to talk what they will show in their media. That is the reason why you say they don't know. Some of them they don't know what they are doing. They just try to blackmail person, because if they see that you are doing well more than that, they will blackmail you. That's why they try to say VDM is manipulating. It's not manipulating anything, because what is in the guy is not with them. It's not in them. That's why they are jealous of the guy. But now it's not online, right? But why can't they look at what is happening in South Africa now? Nobody's talking about that. You see, even that one says, eye-opening, that they don't know what they are fighting for. They are just there just to gossiping, most of them. Thank you very much, Mr. This woman, this man that a woman heartbreaking, right? The man made a mistake at the first time. As a young man, you don't need to, because woman need presence, right? You don't need to live somewhere, a woman lives another place. It's very bad. It's not that it's old. From 60 years, that is different, because when you are old, when you are young, you have that urge of sex, something like that. That is the first mistake that guy make. How can you live in Nigeria, a woman live in USA? It's not that you have access to go and meet her anytime you feel like. Yeah, that is the mistake she make. He make that mistake. Marriage is not it's not one day, it's forever. Nobody married to divorce. But you marry to divorce, it's like a curse. That's why they say before you marry, you look very well before you marry. Yes, but nowadays people just get married without no verification. Thank you very much, Mr. Niger Watch.
Okie dokie. Thank you, my brother Abdul Malik. Thanks for your submission. Everyone on the panel have given their submission. We're going to have our final submission now. Then we take it from here. Madam Rita, we're back to you again. Your final submission starts now. Madam Rita, you're not there. Okay. Let me move on to Madam Adama. Are you there? She's not also there. Black Panther, final submission.
Nigeria, thank you very much. I want to thank you for what you've done once again. And then we all have spoken well. And it's an interaction that lasted for the other time. We spoke for almost 5 hours plus. And now we are on it again. Yes, we have all spoken everything. Now, the solution is we should go back to our tradition and let us, take that as a very strong thing to know how to, when you see a woman that you want to marry, you tell it to your parent. Your parent will not go in there and do the needful. When they see it proper, they'll tell you she's not bad. If there's a need for you to know her better, they'll tell you continue in the courtship. Let's look how she will do, or let us test her. They do some random testing. They know the kind of character she is. Everything should be done properly. Let us go back to our way. These are things we cannot throw into the lagoon or let one man tradition take over our own. No, we cannot throw that away. That is very, very important. Very, very important. And I like to say it out there to those of you that have children that are adults, 17 years old plus, and they finish their colleges, they are working. These are the things you should imbibe into them. You don't go into the road and pick somebody. Bring them to your parents or parent to vet them. And when they vet it, they see that place is safe, they'll say, go ahead. That is how it's supposed to be done. So, Nigeria, thank you. I would love the topic to continue because the way our girls are now in Nigeria, they've lost it. Thank you, Nigeria.
All right. Thank you, Black Panther. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. King Emeka, please, your 2 minutes.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me just go straight to what I think Robbie should do. Like what I continue to say, women punish weak men. Now, Robbie must find his testosterone and his balls. What Robbie needs to do is to go on the attack and onslaught. When a man becomes very ruthless, the women will begin to succumb and plead. That is the way he must get back his manhood. He has to counter-sue her now, not only sue her here and sue her in the United States, also file a petition to the United States Immigration and Border Control, and likewise sue the new husband too for coming into his marriage and destroying his marriage personally. Let them all go and be resolving their issues there while you are suing. Now, like what Mr. Elvis has said, if he wants crowdsourcing, I think there are so many men that are willing to come in because of the behavior of my wife, so that we will teach her a lesson. Other people will learn, not only her, as well as weak men, they will also learn, so that they will not go ahead to be disgracing manhood. We have to punish her very well. She's going around and dancing and thinking that there's no consequences. Let them deport her. When she deport her, there's also a sue for her here in bigamy. You go to the police and fight so that she will come in. They will take her to prison for the nonsense. Sue her everywhere. That is how you punish women that are very wicked, so that they will learn. Once they are on their knees now begging, because she thinks Robbie is a weak man. That's why she's acting this way, messing up his life, embarrassing him and disgracing him. And I also, Robbie should not stop. Go on the media onslaught and disgrace her, so that when she leaves this one, when she leaves this new idiot that is marrying her, no, she will become unmarriageable. That's who she is. She's a toxic and a disgrace and a stain to our society, and a huge embarrassment to herself, her family, and to the country. And she deserves to be unmarried. That is what we support. People who don't love marriage, who don't want to stay in the marriage, who don't want to be committed to marriage, do not deserve marriage. So the best way to punish those people is to make them suffer. All this while when they talk God has given us the access and the resources to go ahead and teach our enemies the pain that they truly deserve. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Meka, very, very passionate over this topic. You know, although I like it.
Now because he don't see him friend where witness and before. Now that's why he's passionate.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. And God bless that person who responded. And after there was a stupid one of my friends who did not do anything. Do you know the woman called the police on this man? The woman called the police on this man, and the luck this man had was because we told him you have to go to the police station with a lawyer. They would have arrested him, he would have had a criminal charge on his case, and he would have not been able to get a very good job. He would have not been able to get a good job. But the others who took our advice and went on the onslaught, the women came on their knees and started begging. They came on their knees and started begging. Women punish weak men. But if you push them and punish them, they will come begging. They will kneel down and say, I'm sorry, na devil, na devil. But then again, once a woman has decided to leave your home, don't take her back.
All right.
Let her go.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, sir. Okay. I appreciate every one of you right there. Abdul Malik, your 2 minutes.
Yeah, good evening once again, Mr. Ives. There is something I heard somebody said. In the Western world, they don't recognize traditional marriage unless it is signed. If there is no agreement, we sign.
They do. Oga, they recognize traditional marriage.
They know they recognize for some part of Europe, but the North America, they recognize them.
They do, yes, North America, they do. Very, very well.
Well, let me explain. I know they do. If there is no agreement signed, if there is no signature there,
You don't need to sign, Oga. No, you don't even need to sign. As a matter of fact, if you have been with a woman in Canada and in some states in the United States, if you have been with a woman for longer than 2 years, it is considered to be common marriage. All you need to do is to demonstrate and show evidence of the both of you living together as common law partners. The person can take you to court and they will still share assets together. You don't need to sign. You don't need, there's no room signing. You have more than enough evidence as for traditional marriage. Your emails are there now with the pictures you took and the video and everything. Just push it to them. She's done. Ruby should not, don't messy her. Show her wickedness. Pure one. Raw wickedness. Don't refine it.
Yeah, wait, Emeka, well, let me tell you. I have brother in the USA, Texas. You seen Texas. I'm not telling you my red blood, I'm telling you. They're almost 7 there. What I'm trying is not even Maryland. If there is no signature, if there is no sign, what is the meaning of video? Or people they don't believe video. There must be an agreement paper. If there is no signature between that woman and the man, how can you show video say that they agree? Even in Europe, the same thing they do.
What I mean is, if you are dissolving the marriage, if you are going for, you want to separate, right? And the other person, you want to share assets, and the person is now like what she's doing now, saying that, oh, I did not marry then, I marry here, I marry. No, you just prove the evidence. Okay. There have been so many evidence of you being together. So they will recognize it.
10 minutes amongst yourself, 10 minutes.
Okay.
They will recognize the marriage. It's not so. What you are saying now, I don't know you. You need to provide more context to what you are explaining with your brother, because this thing, with my involvement with my friend now, I don't know family law. Now only say me, I no be lawyer to practice. I know I'm I know I'm well.
Why you will say they will recognize the marriage just because of picture and
no,
all that?
what I mean, I didn't qualify that statement properly. What I mean is somebody who is now coming out to say, I am not married to this person. You understand? Somebody who is denying marriage to you. Of course, you have to prove that the marriage actually exists. But if both of you have agreed that the marriage exists and then you are now going your separate ways, nobody is going to stop you if both of you have agreed to go your separate ways. You can't tell, once one party has said, I don't want to stay again, the marriage is dead. So the only thing you guys would need to go and resolve is if you guys have assets together, if you have children together, if you have, that's why you will now begin to discuss about family time with the children, and custody rights, and other sections that involve the children. So the children aspect is different, and then the assets that both of you have come into the marriage together, how do you separate it? Then if there's now what do you call I'm forgetting the name of this and it's keep coming to my head and it's going. If there's what men pre what again, then they will not consider that agreement. If the agreement is there, okay, can it be held in court? Fine. If it cannot be held, some judges will just throw it away. I bet it was done under duress and not fairness. So they will try to share the agreement. And even before that, a judge would have sent you guys. You would have sent you guys to go and do arbitration, right? Go and sort your problem out first before you come and see me. First and foremost, when you are dissolving a marriage or you are going into a marriage dissolution, whoever is leading the marriage will initiate a separation agreement. You initiate that separation agreement, and then you state the terms of the separation agreement, so that the person who the other party will sign. But most times, if weak men know they initiate, now women they initiate, and they are very ruthless. Women are ruthless when it comes to divorce. Very ruthless. I've seen it. But the men who are ruthless when they come to divorce, the women will fall that they don't survive. The women are very ruthless. Once the lawyer tells them this is what you need to do, they follow it to the last. And what women will now also do to make your case very bad, they will now institute a criminal charge against you. They will always want to say you slap me. The lawyer will ask, show me the evidence. If there's evidence that they filed the police report against you for battery or for any form of domestic violence, your parenting time will be imparted. Confirm. Your parenting time will be imparted.
Yeah, let me tell you. I understand what you are saying. What I'm trying to tell you is this, just like you marry a woman in Africa, understand? Even though traditionally, without sign agreement paper with you and that woman, you say without that sign, you picture traditional picture. They don't believe those video and pictures.
What do you mean they don't believe? What do you mean they don't believe?
There must
be. Okay, I do traditional marriage. What do you mean? Go ahead.
Wait, there must be a sign, signature between you and that woman. You know there is some tradition, right? There will not be signature. There will not be written paper. So you know
what tradition? What tradition? If there's you are not getting the point. So maybe I don't know your brother's story, and you are free not to disclose here in public, right? Is your brother's partner, or is your brother saying he's no longer married? He does not recognize the woman, or he's saying I am not married to this person, and then the judge
it's not my brother. There was somebody saying in the panel. I'm not talking about my brother.
You're not getting. So I don't know, but you first of all mentioned that it happens to your own brother. So I am telling you now that if you marry your wife in Nigeria traditionally and you move that here to North America, and you now say they do again, Oga, you and judge go sit down. The judge will tell you, say you previously married. Don't forget about everything. You previously married. Look, we discuss as now go take separate. They will recognize it.
Even the judge, what do you ask you for?
No, because then that's what I want to explain now. So when you initiate the separation agreement and the other party is not willing to accept the terms of the separation agreement, even though both lawyers are trying to discuss, you go to court. The judge will now look at the terms and say, okay, you have to agree on this, you have to agree on this, you have to agree on this. And there are specific things in Canada here. There are things you cannot debate on, like the dues that is attributable to the children. It is undebatable. You can't argue about that. So if you agree to joint custody, fine. You have your 50-50, and then you guys will sit down and say, okay, 50-50. The judge will look at your income and say, okay, this is what he will pay you. This is what you pay your partner, whoever will have the child, more. If it's 50-30, the same thing. Yeah.
May I explain to our other brother when he was talking about traditional marriage, whether they are said they need to sign. Yes, what you are saying now in the traditional customs in Nigeria, they always bring a booklet, like a certificate too, where you sign, you sign then. When you are going to bring, if you go into the embassy, you're going to bring alongside your your court, government signatory.
Exactly.
Then you're going to bring your photograph and that traditional thing to the embassy. If they don't see that traditional, they will not give you.
How would they know both
they
of you are husband and wife?
Yes,
how would they give you this? How would they give you guys?
Yes, because they know that your family is involved. If they want to see your family in that picture.
Exactly. You have to prove that both of you are husband and wife before you will move to the United States. Or if you are the one sponsoring,
you know why they are doing it.
You have to prove that she's your wife.
You know why they are doing it like that? They've sat down to understand the tradition of Nigeria, and they know that we love our tradition. They even like the way we do our own marriage, and it's in line with what the scripture says. You bring the bride, the bride, what do they call them? The dowry to the parent. The parent will receive it, and they love it. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Black brother, let me ask you. There is some American women that used to come to Nigeria or Canada to marry Nigerian guys. They don't do traditional. They just wait. They don't do traditional.
No. See what they are doing now. See what they are doing now. See, like I told you, they are in love with our custom, and our custom derive what is doing in terms of marriages from the Bible itself, because the Bible believes what the Bible says, that you pay the bride price to the parents. Is right there. You must pay the bride price when you are taking a wife. So that's what we are doing, and they don't do it right here. So what they do now, they come to Nigeria, do the marriage, and they do that same thing. That's why they bring their parents. They'll do that traditional thing. They love it. That is why they come. You see them wear their attire, they dance.
They don't. That is what I'm trying. They don't do traditional. They just go to church and marry.
They do. I don't go the ones where they do.
Let me just chime in. Don't be angry. So it depends on. So you can do church wedding, you can do court, you can do customary wedding. So, but then if you are the one, I don't know how if it's your brother or your friend or whoever story you're trying to narrate here, you must prove the existence of a marriage before you sponsor someone to come and meet you. And if you are not, if both of you are traveling together, you must also show evidence that both of you are husband and wife in your application. So what proof are you going to show to them that both of you are husband and wife that will make them accept that will not make them accept your marriage? So these are individuals who are they are in Nigeria, the U.S. consulate or embassy, and these people, some of them, the case officers, are also Nigerians. They know the custom, they know the cost, they know everything.
Is in trouble. That girl is in big trouble.
She's in big trouble. Right. No, it now depends on Robbie, right? She's in big trouble, but it depends on Robbie. If Robbie filed a petition to the United States Immigration and Border Control, she's done. She's done immediately. And that's what he should do. That's what he should teach her a lesson.
We've come to the end of the broadcast, man. God bless you all. I appreciate every one of you. At least we've managed to talk about the part 2. If there's a part 3, if more update comes up, definitely we'll come here to talk about it. So from tomorrow, we have full-time politics again. Because today now we could not address politics properly. I want to thank every one of you that came into the platform. Thank you, Mr. Mecca. Thank you, Abdul Malik, Madam Adama, Madam Rita, Black Panther, Oga F. Emmanuel. I appreciate you all. Mr. Alabo, you tried calling in, but your network was very bad, or rather, I don't know what happened. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much, Didi Anthony. I appreciate you, Didi Anthony, for the super chat earlier on. Thank you, Oga Kingsley, for the super chat. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you, Mother, for Mommy Diaspora. Thank you, Mommy, for all that you do. Thank you, my brother Abu Azi. I appreciate you. Thanks for all that you do. Thank you, Mother Lady Eugenia, Mother Peggy Modi, Mother Stella Masevedo, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, Michael Ganamaro, Ajio Deborah, Divine Cross, Ivan Line, Mike Akimbare. Thank you, my people. Oluwatosi, it be like saying in a comment section that you stay today before you call boss, don't come out. See boss will carry you call depot. Tomorrow is another day. Thank you so much, my people. We've come to the end of this broadcast. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Have a good night, my people.
Igbo people say, "Ego abego dog raja." How we put dog raja? We know what. They my father. That's right. You know there. This is a big man song. Big, I hear you, raggedy. This is a big man dance. They know the Russian, small. Mama, Thank you.